my cup, I'ma let it linger. You ain't on the road, you stay local like a wedding singer. I'm as white trash as an episode of Jerry Springer. I can dead your ass and not even have to lift a finger. I'm alone and I'm an easy target, but you're still gonna miss a shot regardless. My brain's piloting a broken down carcass. I'm only happy when it rains, I guess I'm garbage. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What you really know about that got it out the gutter shit? The ones who gon' be shining, the same ones that I had suffered with. Some are dead and gone, but I'll always keep in touch with them. Baby, I'm still on the search to serve some kind of punishment. Glutton for the pain, baby, I can't get enough of it. Just because you know my songs don't call me by my government. I got a bitch, you got a bitch, you ain't afraid to cut a bitch. Use the blood and sacrifice to summon for the mother with. Fuck everybody who I've ever had a grudge against. Shout out to those who made it so that I'll never trust again. Psychopath from outer space, I hotwired the mothership. Why you bought the chain if all you ever do is tuck it in? Scumbag, been a piece of shit since I was a chick. My brain became a puddle, but I'm still gonna take another hit. Fighting with myself, I wonder who is gonna win. My own worst enemy, I feel like James Sunderland. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What the fuck you want, man? Florida boy out the creek like a fucking Seminole. You a new obituary in the sun sentinel. The bag of dog shit in your clique are identical. The blood in my veins is like 90% chemicals. The Bayou baboon, bitch, I'm one with the moon. Stretch out your neck like a fucking cartoon. Dead body Darby, throw a party in my tune. Really, really about the shit, dummy, fuck what you assume.
TeamMUJ in the motherfucking house for a brand new episode of The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. Yo, it's super weird actually because, you know, like we are going to start it this way or whatever, but right now, man, tonight we will be going deep into The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. Those who have been here with us before know how it goes. This is our 4th episode, I think, doing this. Jiggy and I and Prez were talking outside. The first times we did it, we split it with the Weekly Web Show. The last time we did it, there was no space to split it, and there is no space to split it with the Weekly Web Show tonight. It is just strictly a journey into the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. Yes.
I'm hyped about this one.
Yeah, man.
I'm super hyped about this one.
Tonight, we will be joined by the rest of the Lone Gunmen, Brigid Bites, and Humble Among. Be Tweezy and known across the Juggalodium to join us during the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But tonight, to help us reach to the far depths of outer space, we are bringing in special guests, Sagan UMMO and Kohl.
Man.
Fuck yeah,
Man. It's about to go crazy today.
Worlds will collide when Kohl starts saying that there's no way that anything in outer space even exists. But I can't wait to hear it all. You know, we're doing real true crime also tonight. We got a special video of a true crime serial killer that struck here in Northwest Indiana in the 219. Really close. Yeah, straight up. And then we got Brigid Bites with a special paranormal study, as well as Prez Murderous reading excerpts throughout the night. Man, it's gonna be a crazy show.
It's gonna be a dope show, man. Like I'm hyped about this one. I'm hyped that we got UMMO. You know what I'm saying? We got Sagan because last time I know we talked about it right before we came on that we had him on the web show right before the gathering. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, and he's like, "Yeah, I seen it with Humble and Brigid." Like, hell yeah! Like, oh, dope, you seen it?
Yeah.
And then we asked him to be. He's like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "I'd love to be on it. I love that shit." So, again, we had him on. He was popping in live, and then we know it's like 2 or 3 a.m. in Spain.
Yeah.
And we told him like, "Yo, we're sorry," but he said, "I don't give a fuck." So like, if he don't give a fuck, we don't give a. We gonna party. We gonna get crazy. We gonna get deep and dark and mysterious and strange and spooky and spoopy. And
Hell yeah, dog. Yo, but before all that, I guess in a way on some weekly web show type shit, we will chop it up here about a little bit of things today.
Humble Among might show up.
Yeah, Humble Among might show up. I can't wait, bro. Today, the first single from Darby O'Trill's sophomore album, Garden, dropped. And I know that everybody out there is bumping it. We played it here to kick off the show tonight. Let me know your guys' first thoughts. First of all,
What up?
Yeah, exactly. What up? You probably heard that on the We Just Mac tour last year. And hearing it now mastered in this nice crispy format that we can listen to in the car is fantastic. Shout out Darby O'Trill. Make sure you guys get your pre-orders in. Make sure you head over to iTunes and do a 5-star review. And Jiggy Fresh.
Yeah.
You would know this already. Press Murderous.
What up?
You have an Android device.
Yes, I do.
Did you know that you can download the iTunes app
Yes.
on the Android phone, and you could go leave a 5-star review on the iTunes app from your Android phone?
Is that right?
Did you know that?
I'll fucking do that right now.
Hell yeah, brother. If you
Where's my
are at home right now with your Android device, you can also download the iTunes store. Go maybe pre-order Darby O'Trill's Garden there. You know what I'm saying? But if not, leave a 5-star review letting know your anticipation for the upcoming album from our homie Darby O'Trill.
Go water the garden.
Yes.
All right, go water the garden.
Hell yeah. Take that creek water.
Take- Go. What are those? What are those things called?
A pitcher?
Yeah,
A flower pitcher?
the pitcher. Go fill your pitcher up with creek water and go water the garden because in less than a month we're gonna have a blooming garden of summer flowers. You see, these were like baby something.
Sprouting on the top of my nugget.
It's not part of my head. It's like coming out of my head.
Sprouting out through my hat, out of my nugget.
My follicles.
On top of that, breaking news right now.
Springland came.
The
Thank you.
ICP's Train of Terror tour is nearly sold out at all stops. In fact, TeamMUJ slept heavily and missed the tickets
To our
to our home venue. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that happen? You know what I'm saying?
fuck? I feel there's more speculation.
Fear not, though. TeamMUJ will be live and direct in Wicked Wisco. Milwaukee, as they say. I believe it's an old Algonquin term for the way.
The way.
Yeah, hell yeah. So shout out Milwaukee.
Shout out
Millie.
Shout out the Train of Terror tour, as you know, we'll still be pulling up. But right now, if you have not got your tickets to the stops, I think there's only 3 or 4 of the. There's 3 dates of the 8, not including Halloween, maybe.
Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Milwaukee and one other one that aren't sold out yet. But you can still go to all of them if you purchase the fucking golden ticket then.
Yeah, so if you still get that golden ticket, that means you get all 8 dates, including Halloween. I don't think you get Devil's Night anymore. I don't know. I can't remember. We talked about it, but either way, right now,
They ain't
if
letting
you
us
have
in there.
not,
We're 86 from the Ford, brother.
yeah, we've also been
We're 86.
technically 86. I've
We're
been kicked out of
86
the
from the
forge for the 4th time in my fucking life.
But
At that moment.
But obviously that wouldn't matter.
66.
But yes, if we could possibly be there, we will still be at both
Well,
shows. You know what I'm saying?
listen, if we could if things fall into place, we will be at Bobe's show. But if they don't fall into place, for sure we'll be in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Gracie, we're for sure gonna be in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we'll for sure be in Milwaukee because we just purchased
you too, Chris Matilla, so we can't wait to see you up there, brother.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. We get to see Chris and Gracie. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be I think Cheese got the gold ticket though. I think Cheese is doing the whole run.
Gonna show up on that show.
That's the shit.
Shout out to homie James P.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's always gonna be, it's always a good time. But I really can't wait to see Slice EP around the Halloween season.
Yeah.
The last time was like what, the Bloody Sunday show.
Yeah.
So to see him here, unfortunately, we don't get to get Joliet maybe, but as of right now, you know what I'm saying, it'll be dope to still pull up motherfucking in Wisconsin. I'm just really hyped to see.
Hey, but for sure we are for sure we'll be in Milwaukee.
Yeah, for sure in Milwaukee.
Because I just purchased tickets.
Yeah,
Bobby's purchased tickets. President's getting ready to purchase his tickets. Joliet is still near. If the carnival provides, we will
if you
be
see
there.
us there, you'll see us
If you
there.
see us,
you know
you see
what I'm
us. If
saying?
not, we love you guys and have a good time.
But if you're not Chicago area,
being shit.
come the end of November at the Wicked Clown Social Club in West Chicago, Illinois. TeamMUJ will be in the house for the Wicked Till I Kick It.
Kick the Wicked.
Kick the Wicked, sorry. Kick the Wicked tour with Ouija Mac, Darby O'Trill, November 24th. Yeah, right. November 24th, going down. It, like I said, in West at the Wicked Clown Social Club, West
The
Chicago.
homie Razor on
Fro.
the bill. The homie Fro's on the bill.
It's
That's
the
all you need to know.
It's the last stop.
Hell yeah.
And it's the last stop. Of the
So
tour.
come the fuck out and show the fuck up.
Tap in with TeamMUJ before copping your tickets to that. We get them for you for fee free, so that means it's like a flat rate. You know what I'm saying? $20 for ticket. Cut deals on group tickets. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But definitely, if you're gonna get them, support Underground. We could tap you in if you need tickets. And like I said, you avoid the fucking like $350 that they charge you on the internet per ticket. You know what I'm saying? The fucking handling, even though they don't even print you a ticket no more, it's fucking ridiculous that they still charge you fucking fees like that or whatever.
Yeah, Evansville is far from us. We live in Indiana's.
Yeah, Evansville's even past.
Evansville's like that's way out of range. That's why Chicago's our home.
So right now, you know what I'm saying? Keep bumping my fucking Dark Planet, Psychobabble, pre-order motherfucking the Garden or Garden, you know what I'm saying? And get your tickets today, right now. If you're going to Milwaukee, if you're watching this right now,
if you don't have
plan on going to Milwaukee or any other date on the Train of Terror tour, make sure you lock them in now, or else they will be gone by the end of the weekend. You know what I'm saying? People getting paid today and shit. They're fucking buying their tickets. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they see that low ticket warning, you know that lights the fire. You know what lit the fire for us? That it was sold the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, what? Oh, we need to go buy our tickets now then. And they were legit sold out, bro. What the fuck?
Thought,
yeah.
We're like, oh, he's not going to sell out, bro. Like, we'll be good.
Little
Sawmain hit us up, was like, yo, did you guys get your tickets?
I thought he was being a jokester.
I thought he was just bullshit.
Yeah,
and then he sent us the screenshot from the Forge. It says sold out. And then we seen it. We fucking slept stupid hard.
Hard as fuck, man. But hey, that's how it goes.
But we like to travel. So Milwaukee, we're gonna be all up in your ass.
And if it's in the cards, the Carnival will provide and get us there in Joliet. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be in Joliet too.
Oh yeah. But look, man, tonight is The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. We'll be back with another full-length episode of the Weekly Web Show pretty soon.
Cover more.
We also today just lined up one of the coolest things that I'm super excited for to drop this. It'll still drop this month, right? The thing that we were talking about today. Gonna drop this month, right before the end of the month. We have something super special for you guys. Like I said, normally in October we try to, because we're always so busy. You know, hey, before we go any further on that, we're always so busy too, because one of the most important things that happens in this month outside of Halloween for you juggalos is my brother Jiggy Fresh's birthday. So everybody in the chat right now, right now in the chat. Even if you already have multiple times, tell Jiggy Fresh happy birthdays. Let's get happy birthdays and cheers in the motherfucking in the crowd or in the chat for Jiggy Fresh. My brother Jiggy Fresh. Hell yeah.
Milestone, man. I'm fucking 40. But I don't feel. You know what I'm saying?
You look good, brother.
I think we talked about it before. Like
yeah.
when I was younger, I thought 40 was old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, I'm 40, and it's like, oh, I'm in my prime, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm still jugging, still thugging.
Oh, yeah.
55th. Cheese.
Woo! You looking good for 55, my brother.
Pump the brakes.
Hey.
I got crow's feet and shit.
100% though. Shout out to Jiggy Fresh. We said it. We say it every fucking day. This is my motherfucking brother. Those who don't know, bro, I've literally known Jiggy Fresh since I was in elementary school. This is my motherfucking homie, you know what I'm saying? This shit is like, you know, real shit. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Tomorrow we're going to celebrate. So if you are within driving distance, hit us up and fucking, you're watching this, pull up and celebrate with Jiggy Fresh for us. Kind of, you know, last minute surprise birthday type beat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, surprise birthday.
So pull up, hit us up, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be fucking chilling.
Thank you all. I know that pretty much everybody in this bitch already wish me happy birthday, but thank you all again. I love you guys. You make an old man feel young. Jugging makes an old man feel young. Young as old as you feel, and I don't feel old except for the couple of grazes.
Those little stress hairs from all the babies up there.
The babies, word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good thing you quit smoking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Good thing you quit smoking the cigarettes.
Yeah, but after I quit, I gained this thing.
For those who don't know, it's like a tradition between us is to post embarrassing pictures for our birthday thing. This year, because Julie was turning 40, I wanted to show, you know, the GOAT deserved the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? So I made him as motherfucking Tupac, you know what I'm saying? But one year I missed it because I skipped over my pictures, but I got Jiggy slumped on his kayak, and I was like, damn, Jiggy, stop smoking, put on a little daddy weight. You know what I'm saying? But and Jiggy Fresh is normally like the slump god. That was where these pictures came from. He really hasn't. He's only slumped like one time in the last year or whatever, and I didn't end up using that picture or whatever. But you know, like it's just become a thing, and because of that, I gave Jiggy 2 different pictures this year that I didn't post online that were just like some fun pictures that like not dating pictures or anything, but just some pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Just wait till November 2nd.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and
I'll cut him slack when he turns 40.
Yeah,
but he's not there yet, so we're gonna fucking. I'm gonna.
Chris, give me a beer while you're up. I'm sorry. We gave me a deli, but that's usually how October goes. Is that we're always so busy. Jiggy's got a child's birthday in October. Halloween's in October. You know what I'm saying? So there is always so much. So we like to try to keep some flavor. We do have something lined up at the end of the month, and I know you've been seeing something about our homie Saw has been hinting at a secret project coming out this month. So there will be some TeamMUJ involvement in that as well. But like I said, man, we're gonna come back at least one more time for probably a weekly web show this month and a special edition on some fucking 2020 shit, some 1717 shit going on. But man, like I said. Tonight, we're not on the weekly with the web show shit. Tonight, this is like it started as a tribute to Mr. Ballin, the strange, dark, and mysterious, and now it's, you know, something that, you know, the fam asked for. We love to do, and tonight we take you into that journey, strange, dark, and mysterious. Yes. Right now, we're going to take a quick break to run a couple of music videos, and we'll be back with special guests: Sagan UMMO, Brigid Bites, Humble Among, Mike Kohl.
Bro, does it get any better than this?
The Juggalodium lining up here tonight to, I mean, hey, we do this also not outside spooky season. This is a regular thing.
We done it like in March,
twice a year.
So it's a twice a year thing.
Twice a year. I think the first one we usually do, it is more
spooky.
No, it's more web show.
Yeah, web show oriented.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the first 2 were really.
Yeah, the first 2 were really. But like the last ones, we got deep into some shit.
Hell yeah.
This one.
We had your brother on that last one?
Yeah, this is all the web show you're getting.
Yeah.
Once we come back from this break, it's time to go.
Strange, dark, and mysterious.
Strange, dark, and mysterious.
All right, man. Until then, this is we'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kick it off. Kick it off with one that we didn't play last week when we did the impromptu weekly local web show. We didn't play one single thing besides weekly local web show. So shout out to the motherfuckers who kicked it with us for a solid like 2.5 hours of not playing anything else besides the Weekly Web Show.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, we are going to play a video, and then we'll be right back with the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious.
Yeah, bitch. Burn that motherfucker down. Yeah, what we do? Burn that bitch down. Burn that motherfucker down to the ground. Listen, motherfucker, you been talking, you done said enough. Sneak up in your crib, I'm pouring gasoline on all your stuff. Oh, I said it up, I'm about to let you call your mama up. Bitch, time is up, and I flip the match, and in the flash, I make that motherfucker. Remember when my stepdad said I was a firebug, pyromaniac, Ouija Mac, about to light it up, burn this ass alive, night sky, looking bright as fuck. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around, we gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the mess. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around, we gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the flame to your brain is a thing I deliver. Setting shit on fire, get me through the winter, bring it to a simmer, cooking up my dinner, looking like it's about to be a beautiful December. Put you in a body bag, burn you while you wiggle, till there's nothing left but some bones in a zipper. Chop 'em with the sickle like a fucking vegetable. Was a cucumber, now your ass is in a pickle. Falling on the ashes, blending on my lashes. As I blink my eyes, I can see your body vanish. The living are so frantic, the corpses never panic. The skeletons are orange, so peacefully volcanic. Understand it? We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around. We gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the mess. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around. We gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the. It should be understandable. There's things I cannot handle though, and if I get too stressed, motherfuckers become flammable. They're praying that it rains, but I'm laughing while I let you know it never rains in Southern California. Very Manilow. I love in the desert. Heads are getting separate. I don't have to bury you, cause fire is forever. Tie your ass up, splash you down with that can of gas underneath the sun. Bitch, I brought my magnifying glass. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around. We gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the mess. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, fuck around. We gon' gather all the ash. We gon' burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down, burn that bitch down to the ground. Oh man, welcome to the madness. Oh man, welcome to the madness. Let me tell your ass a story.
Strange, dark, and mysterious, they call me Mr. Ballin'. No storytelling, real facts, Mr. Ballin'. Ball so hard, motherfuckers call me ballin'. Better stick to the end, cause I'm never ever falling. I'm strange, dark, and mysterious, they call me Mr. Ballin'. No storytelling, real facts, Mr. Ballin'. Ball so hard, motherfuckers call me ballin'. Better stick to the end, cause I'm never ever falling. Extraño, oscuro y misterioso como Mr. Ballin'. Soy el rey misterio, mis cojones están solos. Vuelo a Mariachi y mezclo el verde con el polen. Si hay firmas de humo, la pintura ha sido stolen. Brigid con la Ouija y Mr. Mill. Yo, desaparezco. desaparecidos y escapados del redil. 17 formas de morir. Ya, dime cuál prefieres, no me dejes elegir. Escucha al jefe. I can't go to sleep unless I'm watching Mr. Ballin'. Nothing more relaxing in the cemetery, darling. Homie still talking when I wake up in the morning. One day he gon' tell him about the ops and how I got them. Brigid can equally high as a bitch, but as sharp as a needle. Yo, licking the blood off the tip of my fingers like dust from a Cheeto. Yo, con el humo, this the prequel to the sequel. Narco corrido, chop your body up and eat you. Hold on. Streets are king mysterious, they call me Mr. Ballin'. No storytelling, real facts, Mr. Ballin'. Ball so hard, motherfuckers call me ballin'. Better stick to the end, cause I'm never ever falling. I'm streets are king mysterious, they call me Mr. Ballin'. No storytelling, real facts, Mr. Ballin'. Ball so hard, motherfuckers call me ballin'. Better stick to the end, cause I'm never ever falling.
Woo! Yo,
We missed the ball.
yo.
If
If you like, you're into the strange, dark, and mysterious, and you like it in story format, welcome to TeamMUJ's journey into strange, dark, and mysterious. Tonight, along with my brothers, Prez Murderous and Jiggy Fresh, myself, BobeBlaze, will be joined by our co-hosts, Brigid Bites.
Hey, what's up, guys? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yes.
What is up? What up? What up? What up? Brigid Bites.
Permanent stay.
Thank you for returning to the Lone Gunman and coming back for another episode of The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious.
Man, you know it. I am so excited for tonight. Like, honestly, my day didn't start the best, and so all the more reason to be like hype about this whole episode tonight. Like, I'm so stoked, for real. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Of course.
This always.
isn't the strange, dark, and mysterious without Brigid Bites.
Brigid Bites
Hey,
has
man.
some dope stuff to think on us tonight, and I'm excited for it. So
Thank you. Well, remember last time I was like all sick, and I knew what story I wanted to do, but I couldn't pull it off. So I'm really happy I was able to do it this time.
yeah, like not only I'm happy that you joined us tonight, I'm excited to later on show what you brought for your segment. This is so fucking awesome. So
Thank you. Hell yeah.
right now, Hamel Among is probably just trying to beam in here from outside space.
He's trying to find the right frequency.
But right now, we have two of our special guests. First time joining us for The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. You've known both of them. You've seen them both at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I'm pretty sure we
You've seen them both hanging out with TeamMUJ at the Gathering of the Juggalos on the hilltop.
all the same.
You've seen them on the web show. Right now, we got our homie, Mike Kohl in the motherfucking green room. Mike Kohl, thank you for joining the
Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking? Y'all hear me?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice and clear. Mike, we're hyped to get into some shit tonight. I hope that tonight some of the things that you got, you know, that you subscribe to on the far end that you might think that would people might not be into. I hope you share some of those with us here tonight for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Hell yeah. Before we get to our next special guest, our other fellow lone gunman, co-host, of the strange, dark, and mysterious, the alienated one, Humble Among.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey man, thank you for pulling up with us tonight again for the strange, dark, and mysterious.
Of course, I have to be here, right? And it's the gimmick now. I gotta pull up.
Yeah.
You have to be here, and you want to be here. So thank you for being here.
And it's always nice to start out the show with some gaslighting.
Oh wow.
All right, so Humble Among is here
Speaking
tonight.
of lighting the gas.
Yeah, there's Humble Among joining us tonight, and I'm sure that the things that Mike Kohl will say, I'm excited to hear what Humble Among might have to go off on some of these things here. Thank you again, Humble Among, for joining us here tonight.
Of course. I'm very it's been a long day, I'll be honest, so I might be a little bit sleepy, but I'm excited to talk some alien shit. I do have some stuff in my back pocket to talk about if we get on the alien shit. I want to talk about aliens and nukes a little bit.
Yes, we will definitely be talking aliens tonight for sure. Yeah, man, it has been a long day. Again, thank you everybody who was joining us on a Friday. Jiggy hasn't slept since his overnight shift. I worked this morning then too, but hey, man, we wanted to be here with the family, and again, we appreciate you guys who have had a long ass day too and spending some time with us. I know how it goes.
By 8:30, 8 o'clock. So next half hour, I've officially been up 24 hours.
Woo!
Damn.
So let's go.
Let's postmates you some Red Bulls.
Hey, I haven't done shit today. If that makes you guys feel better, bro.
Hey, we're gonna ride off your energy, Michael.
Like I took a nap, picked my feet up.
I just
Tonight,
had
this
a few
will-
panic attacks and meltdowns today. Nothing crazy.
Something late.
Something light.
a nice light Friday.
Just a little one.
We have right now one of the biggest strange, dark, and mysterious panels that we have. Introducing next here our very special guest from across the motherfucking planet, joining us here tonight. Much appreciation going out to our brother Sagan UMMO. Yeah!
Hey,
Wait.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah! Bust the fella.
Now I'm ready.
Gimmick up.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Man, hey,
You hear me
Sagan,
all right?
good to chop it up with you again.
Hell yeah.
You're doing great, man.
Loud and
Great.
clear.
Yeah, so tonight, Saigon, thank you, man. Thank you for coming out here. And can you hear us? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
One of those exclusive gathering joints. Fuck
We're out of
yeah.
those.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Those are
Thank you for
fun.
rocking that. We appreciate it. And cheers.
Salud.
Hell yeah. So tonight, you guys, we do have a lot to get into. We're going to be really all over the place, from true crime to some paranormal, and then really some extraterrestrial shit. Really, we got three different views of outer space and extraterrestrial things going on here with Mike Kohl, Humble Among, and Sagan UMMO. Sagan and Mike and Humble Among both being from different planets in outer space. And Mike Kohl here to tell you that there's no way that happens because none of those planets exist.
Not exactly, but we'll get into it.
Hell yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So hey, tonight, really, I don't know how you guys want to kick it off. If you guys want, if anyone in particular wanted to go first, I know we only have, I don't know how long we have Saigon, for sure. I know it's late as fuck over there. But if not, we could kick it off and get it going and get everyone comfortable. You know what I'm saying? A steamed panel chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hell yeah. All right. So tonight we're going to go right into the TeamMUJ segment of it. In the last few episodes of The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, we've really tried to focus on the 219, What's weird is that back in the day, there was even a show called Erie, Indiana.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it has anything to do with how weird and dark Indiana can actually be, Going through researching to do stuff for these episodes, we found so much crazy shit that we could talk about. And if you caught one of the last episodes, we had Jiggy Fresh's brother on, who was telling us like real life stories that he experienced in the same area, you know.
Which is crazy because it's like my brother is 12 years older than me, so like it was a whole different decade. He grew up in a different 2-9 than I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just wild to hear a lot of the stories that he had.
Yeah.
That some of them I've heard it before, and then some of them are like, damn, like I didn't know you knew that, or like some shit happened to you that was
Happened close to something
to me and my people. It was dope.
Yeah, so tonight, instead of going paranormal like we have for the last couple of them in the 219, we are taking it to the darker, grislier, more tangible, true crime that takes place in the 219. Really, through the late 80s and early 90s, there was a ton of robberies and shootings. Where we're at in Indiana was right off like a bunch of the major highways and toll roads, I-65, I-94, 249, 294, all that are all in this area, you know. They call it the crossroads of America, you know, where we're at. So back in 1990, when we were just churning, you know what I'm saying, out here in the 219, there was a serial killer who for 2 months went on a spree known as the shotgun killer. I was talking to my parents about it recently and talking to Jiggy about what he remembers. You know, like I said, I was a kid, like fucking 4 or 5 years old or whatever, but I still remember, you know, the adults talking about it and stuff, you know. So right now we're going to play a little story and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the shotgun killer yeah. So this is kicking off Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. Again, man, thank you to this awesome panel of dope-ass juggalos internationally joining us here tonight. With Mysterious.
Intergalactic, not just international.
Intergalactic.
I don't know this story, but Shotgun Killer is a pretty badass name.
Yeah, isn't that fucking badass?
I don't want to give him too much props because I don't know if he's like a complete piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
he is.
Like,
but
the name Shotgun Killer is pretty badass, bro.
That was gonna be Jigsaw's first name, but we swayed him not to call himself Shotgun Killer.
I gotta find this. All right. Yeah, he was gonna be the shotgun killer, but then we had to remind him that there was an actual shotgun killer. But I'm pretty sure there is a metal band that did a track or a song called
was it Macabre?
The Shotgun Killer. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm trying to look that up then too, because I want to play that. I'm gonna play this and some other like real footage of some other shit. But right now, hey guys, this is the story right now from TeamMUJ called "Terror Strikes the South Shore." Have your blunts lit up, eat some popcorns or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here's for those true crime lovers. Hell yeah, hell yes! I got.
He had the movie shit.
In late 1990, Lake and Porter counties in northwest Indiana were gripped by a wave of fear as a series of brutal shotgun shootings unfolded, leaving 7 dead and several others wounded. This horrifying string of violence terrorized a community that had never witnessed such brutality, fundamentally altering the sense of safety that residents once took for granted. The shootings occurred sporadically, with most victims seemingly chosen at random. Most were killed by a shotgun blast to the head at close range, a method that suggested a cold and calculated approach to murder. Halloween that year brought an unusual tension, as parents and local officials worried about the safety of children out trick-or-treating. "We were terrified," recalled a mother from Griffith. "You couldn't help but feel like every dark corner held danger." As night fell, residents began to modify their routines. Drivers maintained significant distance between their vehicles and others, a desperate attempt to avoid becoming the next target of the elusive shotgun killer. Fear permeated the towns, as each gunshot echoed like a death knell in the community. A breakthrough in the case came in 1991 following the arrest of Antoine McGee, who was suspected in a robbery at a Gainier Bank near South Lake Mall. In a stunning twist, McGee named his 22-year-old friend, Christopher Peterson, as the infamous shotgun killer. "He was the last person anyone would suspect," said Detective Sarah Mendez, but the evidence began to stack up. Peterson, who later changed his name to Obadiah Ben Israel, initially confessed to the murders, attributing his actions to a potent mix of rage, drugs, and alcohol. However, he later retracted his confession, igniting a complex legal battle that would span years. The murder spree included several harrowing incidents. On October 30th, Lawrence E. Mills, 43, was shot in the head while sitting in his car outside the American Legion Post 66 in Griffith, Indiana. With no witnesses, police later found Peterson's palm print on Mills' vehicle, but a judge ruled it inadmissible, complicating the prosecution's case. Days later, another victim, Rhonda L. Hammersley, was killed outside a gas station. A coworker who witnessed the attack described a man approaching with a shotgun. "I just put my head down and pretended to be dead," she recounted. The attacker's description varied, raising doubts in the minds of the investigators.
I just put my head down and pretended to
The
be
spree
dead.
continued to claim lives, with victims such as Harshand S. Dhaliwal, a clerk and owner at a Hudson service station on Route 6 in Portage, Indiana. Marie Meitzler, 48, who was found December 15th behind the front desk of a Howard Johnson motel at 6161 Milton Road, also in Portage. And Ora L. Wildermuth, who met a gruesome end outside of an ATM. Wildermuth was shot multiple times after allegedly cursing at Peterson, and an encounter he later retold with chilling indifference. "I just had to do it," he told police, a statement that left investigators reeling. As police closed in, they found a sawed-off shotgun in Peterson's mother's apartment, a critical piece of evidence linking him to the crimes. Meanwhile, McGee and another man, Ronald J. Harris, provided incriminating testimony implicating Peterson in multiple murders. Harris, in particular, confessed to being present during several attacks, including the robbery at the Hudson service station. In a series of trials that followed, the evidence was a mixed bag. While Peterson was acquitted of some murders due to reasonable doubt, largely stemming from conflicting witness descriptions, he was ultimately convicted of the murders of Dhaliwal and Meitzler and sentenced to death. "The courtroom was filled with tension," recalled Mendez. "You could feel the weight of the community's grief and anger." Harris was also convicted for his role in the murders, receiving a lengthy sentence. Meanwhile, Peterson's death sentence faced multiple appeals, and in a stunning twist, it was later overturned, allowing him to remain incarcerated at Pendleton State Correctional Facility in Indiana with a projected release date of 2050. The case of the shotgun killer serves as a haunting reminder of how quickly safety can dissolve into chaos. For the residents of Lake and Porter counties, the scars of that dark time linger long after the headlines faded. As one local resident poignantly put it,
"You can never really go back to feeling safe once you've seen what humans are capable of."
Nice voice work.
Very
Yeah, the voiceover work.
Thank you. Anybody hiring for voiceover work? Holler at your boy.
My favorite part, Bobby, was when the narrator was like, "I just pretended like I was dead."
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the narrator for that shit. Whoever the narrator was on that one. It sounded like you, Brigid. That was a good one when you redid it. So, next time we'll just have our producers reach out to you next time.
Okay, all right.
I
just laid on the ground and pretended like I was dead.
That whole situation then too. There's a lot of fat trimmed out of it. How that all went down then too. I definitely recommend looking it up. There'll be links in the description. You could read like the full news article and the step-by-step of it. Some of those murders happened in the same night, like right down the road. So like the one of the guy at the ATM, he wasn't actually in the ATM, but the guy at the ATM and the lady at the hotel were shot in the same night within like 20 minutes of each other. And in that same night, they shot somebody at a toll booth. You know what I'm saying? So like they were trying to like
go around blasting
yeah.
everybody, man.
And the guy specifically said that they were trying to go around shooting as many people or like and robbing people as many people as they could in one night so that it looked like it was different people, so that it would be harder to narrow down that it was just one person doing it. So like they killed someone in Cedar Lake and then in the same night shot somebody in like Hobart or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so
I know they probably covered it, but what year? Around what year is it?
1990. It happened. The first shooting was on October 30th. That was another reason why I chose it for the time then too. So it was October 30th, 1990, and it lasted through December. And for real, like they the narrator talks about it being close to Halloween. And I do remember as like a kid, you know, everyone was weirded out about it.
Like
see,
sensitive.
In the thing, yeah, everyone was like, you know, everyone was weary about things. In the like, stuff like it alludes to it in the video there, but like they first were circulating that it was a white guy with like wiry hair or whatever, short, like so everyone in the area was like afraid of like these white guys, you know what I'm saying? So like they were looking for the wrong person. So even my dad was like, you know, my dad like worked in Gary or whatever. He's like, you know, he's like, no, I didn't really like. He's like, I really was just only paying attention to like scruffy white guys that came around anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, that's what they told us to look out for or whatever. So like here, he's like, I could have been shot at any other time because really I was letting my guard down, you know, because I would be like, oh, well, here's this fucking, you know, this white guy, better not go in there, go to the next liquor store. They could have been the guy robbing at that liquor store, you know? So it was a crazy scenario. And then it did, like it was the early 90s. So it started off like another more racial tension in this area because again, them saying that it was a white person and then them arresting a black person, it was like it really stirred up the diversity that is the area that we live in. So I thought it was, like to think about it now, you know, over 30 years later, how it affected everything was pretty wild. In the video there, I do have spots from him in prison, and I ended up finding the whole thing later afterwards. So I'm gonna play it for you guys, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the night. But I have two spots of him in prison. I want to play the one. It's really short. He was in a prison here in Indiana called Pendleton, and Pendleton is a state prison out here. Yeah, and they have a 40-foot wall. So like once you're behind the wall, you don't ever see like anything ever again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like there's those documentaries that was like Locked Up or whatever that was out. Wasn't that what it was called? Locked Up or something like that. But you could see the prison, this prison inside there or whatever. So I'm gonna play a couple of things from him inside prison, and then we'll keep it rolling or whatever. But yo, if you guys have any questions or anything, or in the chat or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to answer them the best I can.
Where all the killings were like random? Like
they were random. They did end up making it try to throw it as race related because a lot of the people he didn't even rob. You know, only a couple of spots did he end up robbing. Besides,
the robbing was like to distract from the killings.
Yeah, because the other guy who kind of rolled over on him basically said they were just out like on a rampage, you know. And they were like, they would rob to make it kind of look like they were, but he said they weren't really getting much money from the place that they were robbing either.
It was no real motive to it. It was just like, yo, we're killing.
I always think that's like the best way to be a serial killer, like just to kill random people, because that way nobody can connect you.
Yeah, it can't tie it to you at all. Yeah, and you see that they did have a plan then too to try to like they would go out and kill as many people as they could in one night in a big area. So like, I know for you guys who are talking, when we say like Cedar Lake to Hobart or whatever, it doesn't really mean much, but that's like a half-hour drive then or whatever. You know? Yeah, so Cedar Lake to Hobart would be a half-hour drive, and then it'd be like another 20 minutes to Portage. So to kill someone in those three areas, it would seem like it was like random and it was harder to get it back.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird when they think that though as the killer, because the first thing I would think about is like they killed somebody over here and then drove over there and shot somebody else. Like, not that unbelievable.
But in that time though, there was a lot of these like random shootings that were happening. That these liquor stores getting robbed, gas stations getting robbed.
You gotta think too that was like early during like the whole like Rodney King shit too. You know what I'm saying? So like there was a lot of crazy like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of racial tension, and like where we're like literally where I'm at right now, is considered Hobart, Maryville, whatever. But like Gary, Indiana, is literally 5 minutes away from here, and like Gary, Indiana is, you know, it was once the murder capital of the world, and you know, like there was a lot of racial tension. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a ghetto. Like Gary is. If you drive down,
I've been to Gary. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. Like if you drive down, like I go to work down the street. If you drive down Broadway, like I rode around there with like my mom when I was younger and shit, and she would always say, "Oh, you know, mijo, you don't know when I was a kid, this used to be a beautiful city. Like there was, you know, this Goldblatt's here and this fucking beautiful, you know, department stores here and houses and, you know, like everything was nice. You know what I'm saying? And then like the Gary that we grew up in was never like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always a shithole, man. Like,
a shell of the community.
Like, it was a shell, bro. Like the abandoned buildings, shit's been condemned. I mean, there's like old, beautiful churches that you would think out here that are like fenced off, like don't want you to go in there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because there has been people like, you know,
the infrastructure out there is beautiful though. I mean, it was like that old school architecture that's out there.
Like we're like I don't want to say like gothic, but like old, like
stone,
you know, pillars and fucking crosses and stained glass windows. You know, like real beautiful shit out here, man.
Bridget got to see a little bit that time that I picked her up out there then too.
Yeah, Bridget, like when we took you through right there, downtown Gary is where the train station's at.
Yeah,
everything around that area is abandoned. Like there's liquor stores and liquor stores. You know what I'm saying? Like
liquor store, gun store,
liquor store.
Where the fuck you taking me?
Yeah, like the Dave Chappelle Street. Where the fuck you taking me? But yeah, I mean it is like that out here though. There's like little mom and pop shops. You know what I'm saying? You might have like a little like.
And that's the thing then too. This guy did at the time. There was a lot more of them, so he robbed. Like there's these brothers owned a tailor shop in Gary. He ended up robbing and killing them. The gas station that was reenacted. Shout out to Webmaster Baker for those AI reenactments. But those the gas station. Do you remember that gas station? Yeah. It was on Route 6 and out here in Portage. And it was one of those gas stations where they would pump the gas for you. You know what I'm saying? And then and the guy would always give me Tootsie Rolls. You know what I'm saying? I'd be in the back seat. The dude would always give Tootsie Rolls. Yeah. So when that shit happened, and like my family told us about that gas station being closed, it was a gas station we went to all the time. It had cheaper gas. It was close to the crib or whatever. So that shit was wild. That's like why it kind of really impacted or whatever. Yeah. And I'm gonna play this video right now. This one's short. I'm probably not gonna play the full length video, but I'll link up the full length video to this. But he was on death row, and then his death row sentence got commuted. But he ended up staying on death row for 5 more years because how Indiana was or whatever. And when he was off of death row, this is a story that I'll probably have to tell on a whole nother BobeBlaze lore story. But I was in the same place as him in 2008 when he got resentenced off of death row and then sent back to Pendleton. Yeah, so I was in Lake County. He's back. No, he's back in Pendleton. Oh, but I'm gonna play this video real quick of him in Pendleton, and it's kind of like a weird, cool type video. Maybe we'll play it in this on Trash Fire next year. So check this out. Maybe we'll play this on Trash Fire next year.
Could you pronounce your name for us one more time and let us know if people want to get in contact with you, how they could do that?
My name is Obadja Ben Yisrael, and I'm on death row in cell 210, X row 210. So if anybody wants to get to me, you can get to me like that.
All right.
Look at these awesome prison editing right here. This shit's classic right here. This is OG TeamMUJ editing right there.
Liberation. Liberation. I'm talking liberation. Liberation. I ain't no passive backpacker, ain't no gangster G-stacker. I'm that AK clip clacker, U.S. government fed jacker.
Oh no. No. What
No,
happened?
that's all of that clip.
Oh.
So originally I found that clip.
What a tease.
In the
Hey, he was
comments
going
right
off.
now,
He was going off though.
Yeah,
Right.
in the
You
comments
got
right
tease
now,
from that.
Wow.
there's a link inside there, and he has like a 7-minute track that he raps then behind the bars there. It's pretty fucking deep. If that full track's on there, I missed it, but he does that, and then he does like some kind of sermon, but he didn't become Muslim in there. It's a different kind of, I forgot what it was, but it's like super extreme. It's like, I forgot what they call it or whatever, but he does like there's like a whole sermon then that's also attached to the video that's in the comments, but I'll go ahead and put it in the description so you guys can watch it later.
My favorite part about that song is you think he's about to spit some conscious bars, but he just immediately starts spitting gangster rap shit. It's fucking awesome.
like his lawyers had to have got a hold of him like, that's really not helping your fucking appeals that we go on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, no more rap videos from prison, like it's not the steeds for you, man. We're trying to get you off death row. You're in there talking about how you're a fucking AK clacking fed jacking. When I saw that, I was like, that's pretty intense. I did the editing though too. I thought that was pretty wild. But that's like, people are like, oh, that you're doing that in prison, but like that's death row. It's not like those guys are like ever gonna see the light of day again. So that's like the best of their life ever.
Once you hit death row, you ain't got shit left, bro. Yeah. What the fuck? You're sentenced to death. Yeah. What are you gonna say that's gonna fucking prevent,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people get off of that shit, dude.
I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah, he only killed like 7 people.
This guy got off it, you know what I'm saying? Even though he killed multiple people, it's because
why not?
There was the different the descriptions that they gave, a lot of stuff that they weren't allowed to use in evidence then went against like really getting him on the death row. And then it also like Jiggy said, this was before still though, like OJ and Rodney King or whatever, but like around that time it was like, one side would be like, oh, fucking death, they crashed a car and killed 2 people, death right away or whatever, and the other side
don't they have that law though where like you can't profit like off of like your crimes and shit? Like, even if say like this guy was to have like let's play a what if experiment. Let's say this guy had a hit ass song, like one of his fucking songs from jail popped off. He would probably not be able to make the money off of that shit, and it would go to the victims, right?
It's like the people that buy. It's like the people that write books and shit in jail.
Yeah,
they don't get any money off of that.
Yeah. I think what he's doing there is just for recreation. I don't think
he just really likes talking about stacking bodies and shit.
The link that I put in there is like a 2-hour thing, but it's broken down, so it's time stamped already for you. And he's got I would say like probably about a 25-minute segment. He talks about why he changed his name. He says that he changed his name, it's like it's pretty cool. So that's pretty deep. But I didn't find that whole thing until afterwards. It was the original video that I posted here for you guys of him rapping. That was like, I found it in Google. It was like a Facebook video, so I just screenshot it from Facebook. And then looking back through that, I was able to find where it was. They did like a virtual concert back in like that part's from 2008, so it was right before he got moved off of death row, and now he's just, I guess, in general pop then. So
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Is he talking about the crimes?
In the long song, he basically is like, it's like a letter to his mom. It's pretty fucking deep, and he's talking about
he's
how
not like bragging about the killing.
No, in that song, it does sound like he's kind of like bragging about it, but it almost sounds like he's bragging it on like, like a revolutionary type style because he calls himself a Fed jacker. But in the other song, it's basically him saying like he fucked up his life. He did his family wrong. He ruined his family name or whatever. But it is one of those really long songs that if I played it, like Darby O'Trill would make fun of me and Frankie Goldie would leave the channel or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it had a really cool message.
You guys know El Chopper, Mark Chopper? He's like the biggest serial killer from Australia.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
He became an actual rapper after.
Yeah.
And he will brag.
Did he do a track
about
with Necro?
Probably, yeah.
I think he did a track with Necro, if I remember correctly.
It's really crazy because he actually brags about being a serial killer. Like, you guys talk about killing. I really did all the killing, like.
Oh, he's like, come on.
Yeah, King Bong.
King Bong killed like 10 people. Like this guy killed like a whole bunch of people. Like he's an actual.
That's crazy.
Like
what was crazy?
So how? And he's just like he served time for it, and now he's able to just be out and rap about it, or what?
I don't even know if he's alive anymore.
He is out though.
There's a whole movie about it called El Chopper. Oh, the Chopper. I don't know.
Where's the gang?
Man, I
of
swear
countries?
Necro did a song with him.
There's a gang of countries where it's like 20 years max, and they just let you out. Like that dude, Alonzo Lopez or whatever, in Colombia or whatever. He killed 300 people. 300 people, dude.
300. That's a serial killer, not 7 people.
He did 25 years, and that's the max in that country, and they just let him out.
Yeah,
he's still out.
Pretty much like that in Spain, though.
That's wild.
And even though this guy that I just talked about, he's not super talked about around the world or the country. Even there are there's other shotgun killers. I think what was significant about him is that he was killing multiple people in one night. Like it really was like kind of like a random thing to where like if that night they felt like, hey, we're gonna go here and we killed this one person, but tomorrow night they end up killing 3 different people or whatever. I think it was just because of how like sporadic the killings were and how confusing the description and everything was. I think that's what made it like as prolific in the area, at least for what it was.
And you said these were robberies too, though, right?
Well, like at certain places there were robberies, like the 2 ladies that he shot at in the car. So when he shot and killed the one lady and the other lady just pretended she was dead, he shot 2 shots into the car, didn't rob them at all. You know what I'm saying? Just shot and killed them. There was another incident where he just pulled up and shot and killed them. The person at the toll booth, they pulled up to the toll booth and then just shot into the toll booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of it was just like mayhem. Some like there was a couple of businesses they did rob an inside of a gas station, took some money.
But his motive was to kill. That's just a motherfucker likes to kill people, dude.
I'm wondering.
Yeah, they were basically like
I'm wondering if he started with like robbing people and then killing people, but then he realized, yo, this killing part's way more fucking fun. Like thirst for blood.
So the first killing, like I said, it took place on October 30th, and it was a guy sitting in his car outside of an American Legion. I think that he might have went to rob the guy. Hey, the guy's sitting in the car, nobody's out here. But when he didn't steal anything from him. The guy didn't have anything on him at the time. So I think maybe then after that he had that bloodlust. I mean, he probably killed before that, but maybe then after that he had the bloodlust. Was like, hey, because then the same night that he shot and killed the ladies in Cedar Lake, that was another reason why a lot of people were like, oh, a white guy for sure, because Cedar Lake is a white area or whatever.
That's the other thing too. Like when we talk about these towns, like Gary is predominantly African American. Cedar Lake is very predominantly Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? So like during them times, like the racial tension would be crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's people still out there, like, I guess in either a city that are like, yo, there's a black guy or a Hispanic guy in Cedar Lake, automatically they're getting looked
pulled
at
over or whatever.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or if you're in Gary and you're a white person, they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing out here? Hey, yo, there's a prime example. There's this girl, Courtney, that we used to kick with, our homie. We went to this party in this town called Wanatah.
Yeah, we told the story. That's one.
We told the story before where we T-boned this Impala, whatever. But we were in the middle of this country ass town, and you know, like Bobby's not as dark as I am, but like we were with a few friends that are like my complexion, and so we T-boned this car, whatever. We go back to the girl's house, her aunt's house. She's living with her aunt, and she was like, "You guys can't stay here. You guys got to go." So we went to the gas station, and we're like calling our friends, like, "Yo, come pick us up." And there happened to be like a county cop or a state cop, whatever, pulled up, and it happened to be a black cop, and he was like, "What are you guys doing out here?"
Yeah, as soon as he saw us, he was like,
"Why are you guys out here?" And like, "Oh, we were hanging out with our friend." And he was like, "You guys got someone to come to get you?" He's like, "You guys need to like get the fuck out of here." And I was like, "Bro, like, what do you mean?" Like no, he's like, "I'll stay." And he stayed there. He stayed there, like parked off in the corner until our friends came and got us and we left. Because he was like,
basically telling us that
like you're a little too dark to be out here.
It wasn't him that we needed to be worried about out there, and he was going to make sure that we.
Yeah, he was making sure we were. And like we
were in the cornfields for real.
We were in the cornfields, like legit.
What everyone thinks of what Indiana is, because that's not where we live at. Is Indiana isn't really all cornfields or whatever, but where we were at was like in the middle of cornfields. Like literally, we got chased down a road that was cornfields on both sides, and we T-boned this fucking car that we were in before all this shit happened. The cop that's just also the racial divide. Is what he's getting at is that we have this, you know, and even still, it's the same way or whatever. But back then, it was really strong, you know. So,
like if we went back to that same time now, it'd be the same way.
Yeah,
like
because some of it just doesn't change out here, and it's still
we get looked at like, yo, why the fuck are you guys out here? Like, who are you guys? Like, why are you out? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It sounds weird in 2024 to still be like that, but it is.
That's another reason why I kind of went onto the story then too, is because a lot's changed in the over 30 years. I went to, you know, the spot that was a bank, then turned into a strip club, and now is a truck stop. I went to a vacant lot that is where one of the shootings happened. A hotel has changed into another hotel. A lot's changed in that 30 years, but a lot has stayed the same, to where there is still this racial divide in this area that we live in. There is still this violence. There is still this darkness that kind of does still linger in the 219. And here we're 4 episodes in, and basically all we've talked about on our end of the team of these stories have been things that have happened in the 219. And there's some that I'm afraid to research because they're so gross, so dark. I don't want to do anything about, you know, the children violence that's happened up here. I don't want to do anything about anything like that. But there's been so much crazy things that have happened. And they like, really, I guess a lot of it did happen in the 90s. And that's why it was weird that Erie, Indiana was a thing in the 90s. But because technology's caught up, there's cameras everywhere now. You're tracked when you're on the highways. You're tracked anywhere you go. But a lot of those things don't happen. But in the time that Jiggy and I were kids, there were several times where, you know, it was dangerous to walk from your friend's house to someone else's house because of something that had happened in the neighborhood, you know. So
I had a friend in grade school, African American friend, and he came to my house where me and Bobby lived, in the neighborhood we grew up in, which was back then grade school, shit, 8th, 7th, 8th grade, you know, middle school, whatever. There's still people like that, you know what I'm saying? And I was walking around like, we're gonna go play basketball at the park, you know what I'm saying? And a truck drove by us and was yelling the N-word at him, fucking, you know, blah 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 blah. He was like, bro, like what the fuck? I was like, no, I'm sorry. And like, well, it sucks because like, what can you say to somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, to this day, it's crazy that the shit exists like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everywhere, though. It's not just us. I'm sure everybody's experienced some shit like that. But like, it's tough.
It just does feed into the story, you know, outside of it just being, like, you know, take it, we've done paranormal and stuff, but to go in the true crime aspect of that and to talk about this killing, but then talk about how it rippled through the community. It caused more attention to the community, not just the fear that it caused, but then the arrest caused problems, the sentencing caused problems. It was like our own, like, O.J. Simpson trial in the 219.
Do you think that's because it's a like more of a smaller town and not a major city?
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, I think that it's because the area is meshed so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's out here. They call it like the region or whatever. You know, we're the Chicagoland area. We're the Indiana suburbs of Chicago. From right now to Jiggy's house, it takes like 20 minutes to get to the state line. You know what I'm saying? To get into the outside of Chicago. So I think that like because it becomes like a small community outside of such a large community that's like in the city you're used to things like that happening over here. But then when it happens in this area, you know, even if it was a big span, you know, an hour radius circle or whatever, I think that like in a way you are right that it was that, you know, we are a small community outside of the city.
I always wonder that because there's people like I live in Southern California, so it's like LA and San Diego's had a bunch of crazy shit happen, but like people like that weren't around during that time, they don't even know about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I hear these stories of these smaller towns where that shit just like those stories get passed on for generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that this story is something that will kind of get passed on. You know, this guy is scheduled to get out in 2050 or something like that.
So it's another one.
And really,
2060.
I know that's far away and for sure, but time and shit, you know what I'm saying? But the guy will be 81. He went in when he was like 20 years old, 21 or 22. I forgot what they said. But I can tell you this for sure. The Indiana prison system takes care of you better than any insurance you could get in Indiana. So that guy is probably going to be alive until he's 81 years old, if not longer, and has a chance to be released from prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
it is wild.
him,
Right?
man. Like,
like he was saying, the area we're at is like Indiana don't claim us, but neither does Illinois. Like the rest of the state of Indiana is like, yo, fuck the region.
Yeah, because we live like in there where it's all steel mills and like in the lake or whatever. We're far away. We're kind of far away from the cornfields and stuff, you know.
I mean, you could go, 20 minutes, 30 minutes east, west, south, and you're in cornfields, like straight cornfields. But like where we're at, like literally, there's like malls, steel mills, industrial shit, and then there's Chicago right there. Illinois is right here. Like
from the beach. That's why I added the title of the story, "Terror on the South Shore," because the South Shore really, like I said, like that's what this area is, the South Shore region. You know what I'm saying? From our beach, you could see downtown Chicago. So that's how close we are.
And it's just crazy because like it really is. Like I got cousins that live right across the state line, and they're like, oh, always like just bullshitting and talking shit. Like, oh, you fucking who? I'm like, motherfucker, you're 5 minutes away. You're closer to Canada than I am to Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what
did you say from your beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the beach, because we our closest beach. We got a beach because we're right off Lake Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So from there, you can see downtown Chicago from.
You see the whole skyline.
You can see the skyline of Chicago.
Lake Beach. All right, I was like, "What the fuck?"
No. But we are on.
I know you were fucking with me, dude.
Hey, chill. You might be on one of the oceans, but we're on one of the Great Lakes though too. So chill. No flex or whatever. But hey, man, that is kind of the story. Like I said, I like kicking it off real dark and grisly on some fucking true crime shit. So I'm really excited to hear everything else tonight. And if you guys missed it and you guys are tuning in now, I'm gonna probably uploading that video just to get it out there so you guys can check it out or whatever. But thank you guys for fucking checking it out tonight and chopping up.
If you guys ever do a future episode with serial killers and shit like that, I'll be down to do that shit. So I fucking love serial killer talk more than it's space. So
hell yeah. That's the we wanted to get you part of this though for sure because first of all we do really like talking with you about anything or whatever, but I really want to get crazy on the Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. And our homie Webmaster Baker, he came on and then he for whatever reason he came with ammo and then just fucking shot blanks the rest of the night and he was just too worried to give us any kind of ammo. And I just want to get strange. I want to get strange in here. We just got dark. I want to get strange in this motherfucker. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to you guys in the panel. Thank you again for tuning in and joining with us tonight. Check out that fucking video.
I do want to get our homie Bobby was just talking about Webmaster Baker. I think would be I think Baker, Humble, and Mike would be hella fucking good.
Yeah, we just sit back and moderate.
I would literally sit back like this and just listen to you guys talk, bro. Because the mind of you guys all colliding would be fucking instrumental.
Yeah, if we ever had Humble Among back here and a Webmaster Baker happen to be here, they would probably be in another room for a couple hours.
We might have to leave.
We would actually see Humble Among in this true alien form and have to rub our eyes real quick, and because he would instantly realize that Adam's not a Fed, but he's definitely up to something.
Yo, I want to hear Mike Kohl's theory about aliens.
I do as well, man. So really, that's what I've. I have 2 aliens and a motherfucking.
It's probably not going to be that shocking to you, to be honest with you. It's not.
But I want to hear what you think for sure, and I want to ask you other things that you think off of your theories. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, man, if you don't mind, shoot us some shit, bro.
Not at all.
We're here.
Am I going there now? Are we talking to that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to know.
So I don't not believe in aliens. It's not like I'm no such thing. I'm definite no. The thing is I don't think the portrayal of aliens. not just aliens. I don't think the portrayal of space is like what they feed us. I don't think that's what any of that is in reality. Like, and I also don't think aliens are like the creatures that they show in the movies and documentaries and all that shit. I think there's like some kind of living organism. I don't think they're this super crazy powerful fucking travel space and time kind of thing. I think there's living things on other planets maybe, but that's why I'm saying it's not that shocking. I just don't think that. I think everything we've been told about space is a fucking lie. Like, it's not that
saying, like, planets are not real. Is that what?
No.
Oh.
I didn't say that exactly. I said the idea that they feed us is all not what it is. Like, I don't think they're not real. Like, I think there's like planets. I just don't think they are what we've been taught. Like, do I have? I don't have all. I don't have all the answers.
Or you think like?
Do you think
it's like
we went
more
to the
or
moon?
less like?
Do I think what? Sorry.
Do you think we went to the moon?
No.
I don't
see. I'm always on the fence with the whole moon shit because I don't know. I see. That's where I kind of relate with Mike on this because I really don't know if we went to the moon or not. I'm
the older I get is like the more like the conspiracy theories make sense more than to what was portrayed back then when we landed on the moon. You know what I'm saying?
What really makes me think this? I like to say I'm not arrogant enough to think that I have all the answers. I'm not over here like I'm 100% right. You guys are all wrong. I'm not like that because I don't. I just what I think is I've been lied to because I've been lied to by everything else, by education.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I'm with
society.
you. Bro.
I've been like, bro, how come I can say a conspiracy theory about something else like 9/11 or a war or something like that? And everyone, like, you can get some people on your side, but as soon as you mention space, everybody thinks you're fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
like why is that so certain?
You look at it weird, and you see the things that are weird, whatever. But like the way that the theory that was like brought to me one time that like actually got me kind of thinking about it was like, you know, the space or time. So like there's multiple theories and whatever that I kind of subscribe to or could at least feed into, not maybe even subscribe to, but like thinking that, you know, here we are on this planet and everything is so different. Like it's like they presented to me as like taking away the significance of us being who we are on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's that, you know, there's this massive space that's endless in time and there's multiple planets and there could be people on these planets or whatever. And really us humans on Earth right now mean nothing or whatever. And that's to control you, to think that you're nothing, to our power of us, who we were as maybe even gods ourselves have been taken away then, you know what I'm saying? Because now we think that there's something else out there and we don't realize how significant we are, you know? Even like the firmament thing and hearing about it in like biblical sense or whatever, or what the Nazis were trying to do to penetrate this layer above us. I mean, look, I did DMT one time, so my experience might not be as like, you know, like here, like, you know, worthy or whatever, but some of the things that they say that you would see outside of the firmament and old school drawings from like medieval times, that's the type of shit that I saw when I was on DMT. You know what I'm saying? Like this weird pixelated starship or platform ahead of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like they would show what even like the wheel thing, angel thing is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like there's times where you could think about it and you'd be like, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe it's definitely not what we think it is, because how could we know what's all completely out there? But at the same time, you want to believe that, you know, there are, you know, these other planets are there or whatever, and they exist for a reason and stuff. But, you know,
can I weigh in? Can I weigh in on something real quick?
Yeah, please.
So, like, as somebody, I don't know, being a woman, my body, I feel the effects of the moon. You know what I mean? The lunar cycle is something that I am very in touch with because I notice shit, and that might be significant to me. However, like, the thing is, I believe in planets. I believe in, I study astrology, and astronomy is one of the oldest sciences out there. But I do think that where we lack is our ability to get out in outer space. And I don't think we went to the moon. And I think that they really want to, but like humans just haven't been able to get there yet. And so that's what I think.
Here's the thing too, like even if we did go to the moon, why haven't we gone back?
Exactly, because they lost the technology. Come on,
see,
bro.
Then,
like I have everything.
But also but what's the reason to go back?
For the six.
Why not?
What would be the reason to go back?
Well, there's I don't know. That's a good question, but there's like the idea that there's helium. What is it? Helium-4, helium-3, helium-4. Have you ever heard about that being on the moon? It's like an energy source that theoretically could be quite powerful. That's one theory. You could mine the moon. I don't know. Mike, do you think the moon is real?
It is weird on that though to say that they went to the moon back then and can't go to the moon again now just because of like the radiation and stuff. So to present us to that now and say that they can't get through the Van Allen radio belt or radiation belt or whatever the fuck it is.
Have you guys seen stuff about
now
the
astronauts? They'd be able to get through it or whatever.
Have you guys seen stuff about the astronauts when they
how
come
sketchy
back?
they are when they come back?
Like the press conference. You ever seen the footage of the press conference? How they all look really
that,
haunted?
That's sketchy as fuck, bro. That shit is sketch.
Yeah, that I always wonder like what they saw or what they were. I mean, I don't know.
My thing too is like why people ask like, well, why would they do all of this effort to lie? And it's like, bro, it's control.
Control.
Like, imagine if somebody proved, like I said, I can't prove it, but imagine if somebody proved that it was all bullshit, bro. You would never believe anything ever again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be the longest lie.
I just don't get, like Humble was saying, like, especially now with all this different technology and fucking shit that we have nowadays, like we can't go back. Like, I mean, even if it is just the fucking just to go back
now.
Absolutely. Just to go back and just say like, yeah, look, we really did go back. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Mike, you see the question in there. Will's asking, is the Earth round?
So everyone also thinks that I'm like a diehard flat earther. It's not that I wouldn't even call myself a flat earther. It's just I don't rule out anything because I believe it's all lies. I believe I've been lied to.
Because if that can be the great lie, then that's the greatest lie, and that's the greatest sense of control.
Exactly. But I'm not going to.
But do you think but look in 2024, whereas religion's basically lost its power. So could that have been a lie to destroy? To be a round Earth, but there's also a round fucking Saturn, Venus, Mars, fucking, you know, Snickers bars out in the universe. You know what I'm saying? If there's, you know, so would that be to doubt religion that we are significant, that we were put on this planet to be this one thing, or are we this flat Earth with a firmament over it, and there's not much else out there, or nothing, in fact, out there, because we're like, you know, important, or the simulation, or, you know, like that's just what, like, that's when those questions when I hear about things like that, that's my follow-up question. And so what would be the reason then for the lie anymore in 2024 when, you know, was it to defeat religion, or what is your theories on
you guys know that all the astronauts are Freemasons too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just to destroy religion. I think it's to destroy. I think that's probably one aspect of it, but it's also, I would say, to control people. Like, think about like you were able to fucking tell this lie for pretty much all of, like, for the most part, human existence. Yeah, for the most part, human existence. For the most part, like maybe not way back in the day, but like modern times, you've been able to fucking control everybody by that lie. Like, think about all the other. That's what I'm saying. I'm more about, like, I don't know all the answers, but think about all the other lies that we've been told about that aren't that huge. So we get told lies every single day, bro. You got told.
Absolutely.
You got raised on lies in school, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
listen, I've been through I went through a Catholic school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, growing up in the Catholic Church,
I went through a Catholic.
You're taught certain things.
Catholic Church all my life.
Yeah,
from kindergarten through high school. All that shit, right?
But that you're gonna get the teachings of the Catholic Church. I'm talking about like the majority
I'm just saying like kind of to compare to what you're saying, like you're taught that this person, and this will make me like, I'm not saying there's not a higher power somewhere out there, but I don't believe like I used to when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're telling me there's this man who died on the cross, was born to a virgin, who died on this cross, and all this whatever. You know what I'm saying? To where now, like, any of that shit that's in that book has never happened again. Never happened again. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen no fucking giants, David and Goliath type shit.
Bro, I've seen Will Gates, bro. That motherfucker's big as fuck, dog.
Will Gates is a weird fucker.
Big
But like
basically,
the burning of the whole book.
Like,
That's the whole energy.
If you hear a lot of that shit, it's real, like, mythology type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like off the wall. Yes, we have tsunamis, we have fucking hurricanes and floods, but never has there been, since whatever this BC, where someone has to build a fucking ark and put 2 of every fucking thing on this fucking big ass boat.
Lieutenant Dan.
You know what I mean? Like the pyramid shit, bro. Like there's pyramids everywhere. There's pyramids everywhere. Mexico got pyramids. Egypt got pyramids. All the fucking pyramids.
Those pyramids are also based off things in space, then too.
Yeah, right. But all the pyramids align supposedly with the constellation of Orion's belt. Yeah. Even the one in Mexico, the one in Egypt, the other. I just read something about it not so long ago. I forgot where the hell it was at. But there's Mexico, Egypt, and there's some other spot there where they just found like pyramid type structures that all align with the fucking 3 stars on Orion's belt.
In parts of alien conspiracy theory lore, supposedly that's where some of these things come from too.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense to see it directly from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is why it's so easy to get torn on what it all could be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like Jiggy's going off of being raised in the Catholic Church or whatever. My family, a big part of my family are still, you know, in the Catholic Church, and my sister, you know, when we were talking conspiracies or whatever, and she got in the conversation, she did talk about about the firmament and stuff, about, you know, and showed me pictures of things that, you know, she's seen, and like, I mean, that shit is believable, especially when, you know, you go back to these same, you know, Nazi scientists who came over and were shooting rockets trying to pierce the atmosphere or whatever, and to say that we did it in the 60s or whatever, and then
a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't even understand how much of Nazi the Nazi scientists brought in the occult into that.
Werner von Braun has like some crazy cryptic shit on his fucking headstone, basically referring to them trying to shoot down the heavens or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
They literally were doing rituals for some of these launches and shit.
Yeah, to shoot into heaven or whatever. So
I didn't
like
know
I said,
that.
you know, again, I did DMT or whatever, and I saw this crazy shit, and then seeing some of these drawings that were made in, you know, medieval times or whatever, I'm like, yo, that's very similar to what the fuck I saw on my DMT trip, piercing the firmament. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I think as a kid, but like, I'm sorry to cut you off, Mike. But like, as a kid, you know, like you were saying that we've been taught lies forever, and like, it is something about space and dinosaurs and shit. You get taught that when you're like a kid. You know what I'm saying? You get taught like dinosaurs and shit when you're in like fucking first grade or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get taught outer space and all that shit, you know, when you're out there, you know, like I went to CCD from the time I was like in first grade to motherfucking 6th grade or whatever. So here you're indoctrinated in all these different ways.
I'm gonna cut you off for a second. Yeah. You know what I'm most pissed about? I don't know if you guys had them in your schools. Remember Weekly Reader?
Yeah.
And they said like in the year 2000, we'd have floating cars and flying cars and fucking underground. I ain't seen none of that shit.
Hell no.
Where's our moving sidewalk?
Gross ass cyber trucks out there. That's all I see.
We had a fucking truck that looks like a goddamn shape.
Like a Jetsons fucking spaceship.
I'm just saying, like, what makes people so certain about that one topic? Like I say, like people will be open-minded about everything else, dude. Like you can straight up tell people dinosaurs didn't exist, and you'll get more people than space. Like you can tell people that fucking, like, you know, the government.
I think the reason why people go on space though is because you look at the moon at every, you know, almost every night. You look at the sun every day or whatever. I think that's why.
Yeah, but people believe in a simulation, but they won't believe
people
that
have been
worshiping
about the moon and sun since.
And that's the thing about the sun, then too. The sun being religion. When you look into it, the sun being a type of like, you know, people have worshipped the sun forever. The concept of God and Jesus come from the, you know, like sun and stuff like that, and nature, like she's saying or whatever. So
yeah, sorry, the sun makes everything grow. Like I just believe in nature. The moon, the sun, and the moon, and the cycles, that all correlates to what's going on Earth. It's, you can't deny that. You know what I mean? It's all.
Oh, I'm not denying. I'm not denying
day,
that.
so
I'm not denying that. I know suns make trees grow. I know that.
No, but I think in the sense of the big lie type thing.
Level, I like to think of humans as like right in the middle of the scale of being like in the middle of the super micro and the super macro. Like you've got everything bigger than us and everything smaller than us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree with that theory. Like,
yeah,
I tend to believe like there's like bigger life forms than us that we are not able to comprehend. They're just there.
See, I think it's like higher. They're like higher dimensionally in a way. There's like higher and lower beings. I really think the paranormal stuff, all of it comes down to higher and lower beings. Like in
totally agree.
Slightly outside of our perception.
Frequency.
I wouldn't even say it's.
I agree with that.
Oh,
because I would say like back to the whole. I mean, scrap the whole growing up in a Catholic thing, but like. The older I got and the more like I did research on certain shit, like I do believe there's some kind of higher being or a higher power or whatever you want to call it, you know, higher being, higher power. But I just don't believe the whole religious aspect of it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's just like since then there's been nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? So like you can like, you know, Elon Musk is sending fucking rockets into fucking space and
apparently
but I'm saying, but you're seeing atmosphere, whatever. You're seeing all these NASA and all this shit, and we don't know if that's real still. But like you're seeing all this shit, but to me it makes more sense than some chick bit of apple. And now that's why the world's fucking
But isn't that all just like,
you know what I'm saying? This world of shit plays because this woman bit an apple that a snake told her to bite. Well, I grew up on that. I'm not saying everybody else, but like growing up in this Catholic shit, to me that like the older I got, it just blew my mind. The more I thought about it, I was like, yo, like what the fuck? Like it's a fairy tale, but it's a story ass book, bro. It's a man-made book.
Yeah, bro.
Where it's just been passed on to fucking whatever Chinese telephone, whatever you want to call it. It's been changed, every different version of this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the space shit.
But technically, that could be said about anything, though.
I mean, you're right.
Every religious book has been written by a dude.
And that's why, like, you know, with what you're going off of is. Going off like the big lie or whatever, like I feel like you know, when we talk about this, I feel like that the whole like the space thing, maybe I don't know, like you could maybe say that was like, you know, the next like religion had taken over. The only way that they could stop that was to make it all seem insignificant. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why they say that they don't want to release aliens now, because then all the super religious people will think that everything they've devoted their life for was a lie or whatever.
Look at how many people follow Scientology, bro. Do you know the story is pretty much exactly what the South Park episode is about?
Yeah, that's
the
pretty
whole story
wild.
of Scientology, and people believe in that, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yo, but isn't it weird that a lot? I mean, like, they're so powerful that like a lot of them all like they have good jobs and they're like. They're like they play good music and are all actors or whatever. It's like fucking super weird how quick that fucking shit took over like that.
But look at because you know why Scientology is so powerful in like Hollywood and all this stuff like that, like Tom Cruise,
blackmail,
and all that stuff like that. Yeah, blackmail definitely, but they're also they're in cahoots with government people, bro. Like, there's no reason that like that cult should be that huge, dude. Like, we talk about other religions; those are like ancient religions, dude. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity are old, but like Scientology, bro, that shit's pretty fucking new, dude. And
like created by a guy who wrote science fiction books. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
But the storyline is cooler.
Right?
Science fiction books are great. Yeah, science fiction books are great. So
look how many people follow that, bro, and they get away with harassing people and blackmailing people, like on a legal level, not like you blackmailed your friend. I'm talking about abusing people. Like, they get away with that because they're in cahoots with all of this fucking the laws and these lobbyists, bro. And then you're gonna tell me that like other organizations can't do that, like fucking space organizations or other religious organizations or other corporations. Like, this shit's there's so many. Yeah. I just don't understand why I get attacked so much for the one space thing.
Where did you get attacked?
Have you seen? All right, I made one, not even a detailed tweet, and fucking you would think I was saying like,
well, it's the flat earther thing. It's there's such a stigma on being a flat earther that if they smell the flat earth blood in the water, they're gonna come
I guess so, man. But I never even
I think that's where it goes in with this, that people see space, and that's why everyone's against the religion thing. They're like, oh, you never seen God, you never seen Jesus or whatever. And I think that's why space. When you're like, oh, space doesn't exist. I've seen shooting stars. I've seen this. I see the sun.
But have you though? But have you
exactly? But then that goes deep into that. It's like, but then have I? But then have I? Saigon though, you're catching this conversation. You know what I'm saying? We're talking all about it. What are you really thinking about something like this? You know what I'm saying? I know someone being into science fiction and things like that. What do you think about this conversation we're having right now?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Recently I read about a theory that explains how everything in our human lives or whatever, it's really is constricted by language. Like, we put words on things and then reality becomes so much smaller, like the world used to be different before language, and language made a lot of limitations in our minds. Like, this theory will say, like, you will have in your mind a different feeling and like a name for every single tree, but because you call them trees, everything becomes trees. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
no, you're
absolutely. Yeah. Once you give something a name,
it blew my mind. When you say dogs, every single dog will be like a different being for you. What's up, dog? Because dogs are like way different between different races of dogs or animals. Like, you call a Chihuahua and a boxer a dog, and they're like huge different beings. Like, they have 4 legs and whatever, but like. And I don't know, like, I've been thinking about this, and for me, it explains a lot. And I really agree with Mike about not fully believe anything or not believing in anything at all. For me, I don't know. It would be really hard for me to just fully believe something. And I also agree with Humble about the idea of everything supernatural being just stuff we cannot understand. Like, I think about it like, when ants don't have eyes, like actual eye gloves. I don't think they have eyes. Do they? I don't think so.
I think mostly it's the feelers. It is the most
Yeah.
feelers.
So when a little kid comes running on top of their, I don't know how you call it, where the ants live.
Yeah,
the mound or whatever.
Yeah,
and
they just feel like it's the fucking end of the world because everything's collapsing and everything. They don't understand like it was just a kid passing by. For us, I think it's basically the same. Like there's bigger life forms or different life forms that we don't have like the actual organs or like the we cannot understand how these things operate around us, just like ants don't understand us.
Yep.
And I think it's like the closest thing to a theory about life I can get. Like we're just like Brigid said, in the middle of something. And because if there's a smaller things than us and smaller life forms, there's obviously going to be like bigger life forms. Because I don't know, just looking at Earth or space, like that feels fucking huge, right? Like,
right.
Infinite possibilities.
But anyway,
we have a limited perspective.
Like some Galactus shit.
Back in the day when I was like 50 years old, I used to like fully believe in aliens. I visited UFO hunters here in Spain. I saw UFOs with them. I found everything came because I found out my neighbor, she was like almost 100 years old, an old woman. And I found out she was abducted by aliens. And then I found out about the UMMO affair, which was like our own story with aliens in Madrid, Spain. So back in the day, I used to be like really into this shit. And then with years and getting older, I just realized you cannot believe anything at all because I don't know. You don't even know why you are alive. Like you don't even know why the reason you're existing, right? Like, so how can you be so sure about politics or religion or whatever if you don't fucking know why you're alive at the first place,
Absolutely.
Man. Okay, that's my.
I wanna touch on what you
Hey, bro, though. To piggyback on that shit with the whole like you said, like every breed of dog is like a dog. You have a Rottweiler, you could have a pug, a Chihuahua, whatever. It's called a dog. To me, that's always been. I don't know. It might just sound crazy off the wall, but like the words that we describe, the things
John.
we know.
That's like John.
Like who came up? Who just called like, yo, this is a human.
Yeah, and this is going to be a human forever. In every language, we're going to call this a human now. You know what I'm saying? But in every language, it's going to to sound different for whatever reason, even though this is now a human or whatever. Like how you're saying that, how like it does, and it's like
it is crazy as hell.
Yeah, to think about it that way is where it does. And again, it's kind of on the topic of the control, and then in a way then too, and limitations and taking away the power of us. I saw Jinx even put it in there too about how we are, we're just missing a part that would bring us all together. Here, until there was these languages, we all spoke the same language then because we could all communicate.
I want to touch on that part too, actually, real quick, because I was just listening to a podcast that touched on consciousness earlier today, and it echoed almost exactly what Ummo was saying, how words really do kind of limit humanity in a way. And like, it was on some UFO shit, so they were talking about consciousness as being maybe like some people are more susceptible to these things because maybe their perceptions are just a little bit wider on the frequency range, if you will. And they actually, it's so weird you brought up dogs because they use the example of how like if two dogs go into a room together, they don't speak, you know what I mean? But they feel each other out and they're able to sort of like communicate without, they're not talking, but they're communicating in a way. And I think all humans can do that too, but we've maybe lost touch with that ability as much as we've grown more with language and subdivided and hid from each other and, evolved in different pockets around the world. I think we lost a lot of that.
Do you think the frequency thing is like people want to believe something so bad that it kind of
they might manifest it?
No, I wouldn't say manifest it, but they think they manifested it. Or like if I take
for certain
like
folks,
the alien thing, for example, like if you really believe in aliens, like with your whole heart, you're probably gonna connect something eventually.
Well, have you ever heard of the concept of a tulpa?
A tulpa, no.
A tulpa is like sort of the idea is if you believe in something, or if enough people believe in something enough, it can actually physically manifest in reality. That's the idea of what a tulpa is. And so a lot of people have thought that that's what that's why aliens or these craft like change over time. Like back in the 1900s, they saw like airships in the sky because that was what was kind of in pop culture. There was like steampunk and stuff. So they saw airships in the sky. Then as the Industrial Revolution moves on, they become these sleek saucers. So the idea being that maybe we are just sort of manifesting it or seeing it the way that we can comprehend it even.
Yeah.
Because we might only have certain limited tools to comprehend these things.
Do you think you're actually seeing it, or do you think it's just like you're?
I've seen something. I saw a TikTok
because that's how I believe in like one thing I really don't believe in is ghosts. Like I don't believe in the paranormal.
Bro, like I don't know, man.
Hey, like I would.
Mike Kohl is going to be on. He's joining the Lone Gunman, and he's going to be our skeptic for every episode that we do.
I've been to fucking haunted locations, right? And I did a lot. I used to be heavily into this, right? I still watch the videos and like it's entertainment to me. But like believing in it, bro, like I would stay in the most haunted place in the fucking planet, bro, by myself overnight, and I would have no worry. Oh, you know what I'd be worried about? Wild animals and homeless people fucking mugging me and fucking
that's usually what I'm most worried about.
Them playing a trick on me and actually making me set like, oh, you're on camera getting scared because we set it all up and rigged it. That's what I would think.
I would be the same way. I would be the same way if it wasn't for the shit that we experienced as teenagers. And
that's what I'm saying though. Like I'm saying like I think people that believe in it so much will find a correlation between them.
Well, hey, but check this out though. Yeah. The thing that happened with me, him, and a few of our friends, like
we told a story first episode of Space Dark Mysterious. So Humble Among's well aware of our ghosting, but we definitely
to me would be like, yeah, if everybody believed in it, then
shout out that
make it happen, whatever. But like, we went into this old house, whatever. We were kids. I think you had to get like the camera or whatever for his birthday, whatever. And a bunch of us went into this house, this old abandoned house in our neighborhood, whatever. We went in there. We used to go in there, smoke, party, whatever, spray paint, break walls, just do stupid teenager shit, right?
Smoking the pot.
Being hoodlums, bro. I get it.
Yeah, being a hoodlum. You feel me? But during this time, there's a point where we went in there. Bobby had got like a camcorder handheld for his birthday or whatever. And I think it was like him and one of my other boys, or one of our boys had the camera outside. And we were in this house, like probably like 5 or 6 of us in this house. And we're like, fucking around, we got little flashlights, whatever. But then we kept hearing this sound, bro. And it's a abandoned house, there's no power. There's a steep stairwell down to this basement where there's like a washer and dryer, and then like a real narrow hallway down to this fucking like the crawl space of the house. So we were upstairs though, and you can hear this. It sounded like somebody threw a pair of shoes in the dryer, like modern day, right? So someone threw a pair of shoes, you hear this. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and we thought, we're a bunch of we're fucking with each other, yo, everybody chill the fuck out, just stop. Everybody came to the middle, bro. Everybody who was in this house came in a circle. Don't move. Don't do anything. Sit still. And you heard it. And then it got faster. And then all of a sudden it was boom, and we felt that shit under our feet, and we ran. Everybody ran. Our boy PJ ran out like a picture window, bro, and he went to like just crash out of it. It didn't shatter. The whole window pane just fell out.
That's also something that I really don't know. I don't know if we've talked about it, and I don't know if I'm just thinking about it now when I'm thinking you talk about it. Like, you got to be scared as fuck if you're gonna jump through a fucking window. You know what I'm saying? If you're like bracing to jump through glass, you know what I'm saying?
Legit,
we all watch Ghost as kids. You get cut up by glass. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
But I always think there's something that you just don't know what happened, but there's a logical explanation for it. But also, like I said, I don't say this arrogantly because I still don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I never tell somebody they're wrong because I could be completely fucking wrong. That's just what I think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think I always look at the logical explanation for something. Like I've had things happen and I was just like, well, it was probably this and this and this, even though it's unlikely, but could have been that, you know.
But the thing is though too, that wasn't the only experience we've had in that house.
Yeah, I was gonna say crazy. I have even now I could say, well, hey, maybe it was a homeless person down there, but I wasn't inside the house that day. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is,
all I can say is I saw my homies react, and then me and my friend Kyle, who's no longer with us, R.I.P. my brother Kyle, we watched from the other side in fucking night vision after they were all clearing out of the house, like something go back and forth between these two, the two remaining windows that were inside the motherfucker, whatever.
Bro, the thing
had
is,
it on a fucking camera or whatever. Like, definitely wasn't a person, you know.
Homeless person or not, you're not gonna make a whole floor jump with being one person to where everybody was in a circle.
Man, you should have stayed and fucking investigated, bro. Come on, man.
But that didn't stop us from going in there. I ended up going back in there with Jiggy.
Yeah.
This is another story that we told on here, you know what I'm saying? That we did, like, for sure that day, I only know that I for sure saw something.
I saw it.
Because Jiggy saw it, and then we told somebody the story separately. You know what I'm saying? We were scared to retell the story on the walk home with our other friend didn't really see it. He just said he felt it. He dipped out of the house or whatever. I'm gonna retell the story. It's strange, dark, and mysterious. You know what I'm saying? But we were sitting in this abandoned house.
The same house where this floor popped.
We had kind of made it our fort at the time. I was probably about 15 years old. Spent some money at the local Ace Hardware with my buddy JL. You know, that tells you what kind of fucking hood we were living in. We blocked up most of the windows. It was probably September. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wear jeans, have a t-shirt, be okay type beat. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting inside the abandoned house. We're chilling. We got a bunch of little tea light candles on one shelf over here, and then a bunch on the table. Next to us, there's a mud room, you know, like a little a front porch or whatever. A sunroom. The doors to that are completely bolted. All the windows that were bashed out of it, you know what I'm saying? Glass everywhere. Yeah. We're sitting there. The fucking all of a sudden, just the vibe changed. A little gust of wind came in, and like I said, we had most of these windows blocked. You know what I'm saying? Gust of wind came in. Took out all of the candles on the shelves, left us with just the candles on the table. We were going to smoke some pot. We're like, yo, we should go, right? So we go. Our buddy JL takes off. He goes before us. He looks to his left and just runs. You know what I'm saying? Jiggy goes in front of me. I was the fatter kid always, you know, when we were younger. So my skinnier homies were always a little bit quicker when they ran off. You know what I'm saying? I looked to my left, take off running. In that spot that I looked, it was near the staircase.
Where the sound came from the first time we were in his house.
And there was a light that comes from the neighbor's house. The neighbor's house is probably about I would say another house lengths away. But they had this because it was near these woods, so they had a big spotlight and you could shine in through the house or whatever. We get out of there. We're just we think that if you talk about what you see, it's gonna follow you home or whatever. So we don't talk about it at all. We go to one of our other friends' house. We Blaze up or whatever, and just told him, yo, man, we saw some crazy shit there, da 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 da. So then we end up hanging out with our friend Becky.
Yeah.
We're about to go on a fucking blunt cruise. And Becky had picked up Jiggy, and then Becky picked me up. On the way to me, Jiggy told her his side of the story. When she picked me up, we head out on our blunt cruise, and she told me, Bobby, tell me your side of the story. Me and Jiggy had not, we had not corresponded. We had not told us
at all.
I told her exactly what I saw. It was the same fucking thing that Jiggy saw that night. You know what I'm saying? When I looked to my left, I seen like the full on, like whatever color that light was, you know what I'm saying? Like that bluish, you know what I'm saying? That's almost the blue and the fucking UMMO Ouija puppets in the fucking Mr. Ballin video. Like those weird fucking blue, big old bright lights. The static outline of a man, arms on his side, hat on, like not like old man hat, not a fucking Kangol, not like maybe I don't know if you call it a boulder, or just like a fucking, like a little fucking hat on or whatever. I could see in through to the fucking destroyed kitchen behind them. The kitchen that was in that area, like the ceiling, and we brought the ceiling down so nobody could walk through and sneak through that kitchen and like hide while we were coming through the other way. So there was no way they'd come through there. A full-on saw right through it. Jiggy, 10 minutes before that. This is before fucking cell phones, so that you couldn't have heard the story or whatever. She couldn't have me on speakerphone or anything like that. She came to pick me up. We took the fucking blunt cruise. I remember the part of the highway I was on when I finished telling the story, and she was telling me, like, she was stunned driving us through the fucking area that we were at, because I had just told her exactly what Jiggy Gresham said. That's the only reason why I believe in Bill.
Bro, it is weird when you have two people telling the same story. That shit is kind of weird.
And it was like
that's the reason why I believe in ghosts now. Even that day, I wasn't inside the house when they heard the banging. Yeah. They told us about it, and we had hung out in that house a bunch of times. And you always felt weird. Bro. Local lore is that someone had died and froze to the carpet. You could see the outline of fucking something frozen in this fucking carpet.
Something, yeah. Like, I don't know if it was somebody. The lore, like he said, was the guy had died. And whatever, didn't have family.
Yeah.
No one checked on him. Froze to death. Died.
Had to not have family, bro, because man, who wouldn't claim a motherfucking house? You know what I'm saying? Because that house was nice, too. And someone lives in it now, and they refabbed it and it looks nice. You know what I'm saying? But like,
there's someone who lives like they redid this whole house, and I've always wanted to go back. Just like, but I don't want to freak people out, and I don't want to be like that guy is like, yo, hey.
Be like, hey, any crazy shit happened here since you moved here?
I swear to God, I thought my parents, his sister, still live where me and him grew up. My parents live in the same house.
A short walk away, yeah.
Bobby Blaze's sister lives in the same house he grew up in. Yeah. So like, it's literally a 3-minute walk from my old house where we grew up as teenagers.
Anytime I drive back to the old hood, I show my son and stuff where it's at, and anybody I've told the story, I drive.
I've had some crazy shit happen to me.
Sagan looks scary as fuck right now. I'm sorry, Sagan looks scary as fuck.
Get closer to the camera.
No, fuck that. Like, stay back there. That's some Michael Myers shit. Look how fucking scary he looks, dog. That's dope as fuck.
Speaking of Michael Myers,
that's what I'm saying.
There's a track drop.
He looks fucking scary as fuck back there, bro. But on some ghost shit, man, I want to keep it going a little bit. I know, the paranormal might be something that you don't really get down on, Mike. So I want to hear, anytime that we do some paranormal shit, I do want to hear your theories of what they could be. Like I said, before this is like Darby's going to love this. This is my Zach Baggins story, dog. Had I not saw what I saw that day, when I was like 15, 16 years old or whatever, I wouldn't believe.
I have one about,
and like you're saying about staying in spooky places. I've spent the night at that fucking asylum out in fucking Champaign, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Like I it's almost like I become like a paranormal junkie after that. After that, I wanted to keep usually definitely saw something that day, and I want to see something now again. I want
two crazy unexplainable things have happened to me, but like I said, it's still part of me that I'm just like, it can't be that, but like that, I don't rule it out because I to this day don't know what the fuck happened, but that's why I don't roll it out completely. It's hard for me to believe in it.
If you have two other stories, I mean, or if you want to at least share one of them
what happened?
now,
What happened?
You can't just allude to it. That's it.
My thing is like Bobby said, I want that thrill again. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't real,
you shouldn't have ran, dude.
If it wasn't real, no, bro. If you would have seen the shit, like, bro,
I was 15 years old, dog. I ran.
Hey,
I wasn't strapped up.
I was trying to catch that shit.
My knife was going straight to Casper.
You ever seen Jeepers Creepers? Right?
I love it. Love that movie.
Okay, so picture this tall figure with a weird ass hat.
Yeah, I'd run from that because that's like
arms, bro. Like grandpa type shit, bro. Bro, arms. And I felt a gaze of disapproval.
Yeah,
as I was walking by.
It wasn't even like we stared and like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, Bobby walked. I was walking out. Dale was walking in front of us and dipped. And I walked and I looked by where the stairwell going downstairs, and I looked and I was like, oh shit. And I just took off. And then Bobby looked and he took off. And me and Bobby are running. Bro, and like we didn't say shit.
I'm telling you, bro, if cell phones were like they were now, and we would have took because we would have went live right afterwards, we would have been like visibly shook the fuck up.
Yeah, like, literally,
regardless of whether I for sure saw through that motherfucker though, so I know that's why it wasn't a human. Yeah. But even if it was a human, bro, that's like we were like I know for sure. I was so shook up about it that we walked the 5-minute walk. Yeah. To fucking the Batcave or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and didn't directly talk about what happened. We were just like
shit to each other.
We were like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, yo, like something just happened, right? Something just happened. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Now that you're talking about it, now that you're talking about it, he's gonna appear to you, bro.
But we've talked about it a bunch of times, though. So,
yo, Bobby, would you guys go to the fucking spot that I'm trying to talk about tonight?
Absolutely. And speaking of, we're on the paranormal topic, and Brigid hooked us up with this dope ass introduction and this videos about a spot that's pretty local to her. Brigid, do you want to set this video up before I play your part, or what?
Sure, yeah. So no, this story is one of those that that I just heard growing up all the time as a kid, and it's one of those things that you talk about on spooky nights with your friends because it's a local-ish legend. The place is about an hour and a half from me, 40 minutes or so drive, but it always captured my attention, and the more you dig into it and the more you look into it, the weirder the shit gets. And there's even some videos that other people have taken because it's a hot spot for paranormal activity, and people go out there out of curiosity. So there's a lot of cool shit out there, but I think we could do it better and more professionally if you guys would be down. I can't go out there by myself, otherwise I would, but like,
I'm really trying to come out towards your way. Like I said, we should, let's not shoot a video in the graveyard, but we could shoot another type of video in the graveyard, or like a stranger and mysterious. But
if batteries,
let's come out there and do let's do a multiple weekend type shit. Let's shoot a Brigid Bites music video and a strange, dark, and mysterious video.
Yeah, well, we could definitely get some footage at least and see if we capture anything, because it's kind of crazy, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. But it's a cool story, and yeah, I like it. So let's roll that shit.
All right, bet. I'm gonna run this part for you. This is so dope. I'm happy you did this. Thank you so much. I'm gonna play it real quick.
Thank you. I did my own narration.
Ridge Cemetery in Palo, Iowa is notorious where I live, and I've heard stories about it since I was a child. Many of the graves there are from as early as the 1700s. People who have been there claim the cemetery is haunted by a witch who was buried there, along with a ghost dog, and even a ghost house has said to appear along with other spirits. It's also rumored that the number of cement steps leading up to the cemetery changes from day to night and from person to person. Because of this, most locals refer to the cemetery simply as 13 steps. Many curious visitors have reported experiencing all of the following there: Voices, screams, and whispers. Full-on clear apparitions of an old woman from the 1800s walking the cemetery. Shadowy figures looming over graves. A growling black dog with glowing red eyes that runs around and has even been said to chase people. Orbs. A floating woman pointing angrily at people. The feeling of being run up on. Children laughing. Hair and clothes being played with and tugged. Batteries drained of power and equipment malfunctions. The cemetery is open to the public, but not easily accessible. It's a half-mile hike from the parking lot and up a steep hill to the steps. The grave of the self-proclaimed witch, named Thankful Blackburn, lays flat on the ground and reads as follows. Thankful, wife of J. Blackburn, died May 17, 1862, aged 52 years, 1 month, 4 days. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. Remember, friends, as you pass by, what you are now, so once was I. What I am now, so you must be. Prepare in life to follow me. This eerie message, along with years of rumor and speculations, has made the Pleasant Ridge Cemetery a local legend that draws paranormal interested thrill seekers year-round trying to explain what could be happening there. Is Thankful Blackburn still haunting this cemetery nearly 200 years after her death? Do the number of steps really change? Or is it all just small-town lore? What do you think?
So dope.
Sure, that
All
place.
right, so before I play those
that's
videos, then
great.
talk a little bit more about this. And have you been there? Then you said before.
I've never been out there. No, like I've just heard
Why?
about the place. But yeah, so I want to though.
Are you?
We're coming out of.
You're pretty scared to go out there then from the stories that you heard.
Well, my whole thing is it is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Around you can't go around like Halloween time or Friday the 13th because they watch it for so that it doesn't get vandalized and hoodlums aren't just going out there. It's a small town, so but like also if my battery gets drained, like what if I go out there and my car battery and my fucking phone battery dies? Like what the fuck am I gonna do?
True,
You know what I mean? Like
camp out.
You bury them.
I mean, I guess so, but that just kind of freaks me out a little bit. I would prefer to go with other people.
We're pulling up the Iowa area.
That'd be dope.
I think that place looks cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. The grave is sweet.
No, it really.
Sounds scary as fuck.
And the inscription on that lady's tombstone is hard as fuck. That's bars right there. That shit, like that right there was dope.
The next album, the next song you do, Brigid, it needs to be.
I would like to ask her permission. Like I'm, if we go out there, I'd be like, hey, what do you think about me using this for a song and seeing what she says.
Damn. I don't know, like all of a sudden that just changed my mind because I watched Blair Witch Book of Shadows last night and I seen how that turned out for those motherfuckers. I ain't trying to go out there and invoke motherfucking the Blair Witch or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Play the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the YouTube right now. I'm gonna play the 13 Steps Iowa right now. Brigid also on some G shit sent it up, queued up, and with a couple of different time steps. So I started this one a little bit early, but around the 3 minutes and 37 second mark, we are supposed to. There's a small orb that's going to be captured, and then I'm going to jump it forward to a witch's grave, some footsteps, and some weird sounds throughout this video. Man, thank you for fucking sending that prepared ass video like that though, Brigid. That's dope as fuck, really.
The first one is a little more tame. I feel like the second video I sent you has more action, but they're both relevant. You know what I mean?
All right, so the first one is the 13 steps in, right? So that's the more tame one. I'm gonna play that one first if that's cool.
Yeah, the high def one.
Yeah, it just says 13. It's from Mason Reynolds. So if you guys want to go watch this whole video, I'm just going to give you guys some highlights right here.
Yeah.
On the strange, dark, and mysterious.
Okay, yep. This is like two dudes that went out there together.
All right, I'm going to play this one right now here in about 4 seconds. You're supposed to hear something. So I'm going to.
Well, it's not exact. I did it. The timestamps were
Around
some
them?
like, yeah, the timestamps. I left your room.
Okay, cool. Then we're good. All right, I'm going to play it then right now.
Peace. We're trying to let others know that you're here still, not to forget about you. That you're here still, not to forget about you.
You guys got any thoughts on that first little orb there that we saw?
So it could be something else, you know, but I definitely see what they're showing you there. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes an orb can be what it is or whatever, or you know, you really got to really look into a lot of them because you know
when he turns around, you can see a glare, and he points out that another orb is a glare, and the one that that we didn't see isn't. He doesn't think, but go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, all right, so I'm going to jump to this next one. I think this is a scream or something sort. I'm going to play it even earlier back, and I'll let it play for a little bit longer. The next one is a witch's grave.
It's Pleasant Ridge Cemetery.
I'm going to play this from about 5 seconds back, and I'll let it play a little bit 5 seconds after. So, here's this here.
This grave.
Where's the attraction?
That's the witch one. With the crack in the half.
Should I cover out the name?
It's covered out. They're not going to see it.
Should I shine the light on it?
They can see the crack in the camera. But
maybe show the year. Don't get the name and show the year though. 1855.
Voice a little shaky, dude.
Yeah, man, it's a little creepy out here, bro.
Did you hear that? Did you fucking hear that?
What was it?
I swear to God, it was someone walking. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll look back at that. No, that was like
they pointed out.
But they do point it out.
Yeah, the timestamps I think should be there. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's about 7 into it, so I can jump up to that. So that's the footsteps that you're talking about then, 708.
Yeah, he does like a little, you know, he'll put like a deal where it says the first footsteps are quieter and then the second footsteps are louder. And he captures them both.
I'm gonna jump ahead to where it says the footsteps and the notes that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Make a sound in the woods.
Whoa.
Hear that?
Well, you can hear it for sure on the second.
I heard that one.
Something is breaking like trees in there. Right after we asked that.
I hear nothing.
Can you speak?
I am the witch.
Let's go.
I'm gonna jump ahead to this other spot here.
Yeah, like I said, this one was more tame, but I still felt it was relevant.
All right, I'll play the next one too after this. I'm gonna jump ahead to this spot about 9:20-ish area. Apparently, I think it's going to
right here. Yeah, right
kind
here.
of weird sound.
Get your water back.
Can't be scared, bro.
Man, it's hard not to.
Protected. By Christ.
The light just went out.
Oh my god.
The light just went out.
Oh my god.
The light just went out.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's
Turn the light
why.
on. Turn the light
That's
on.
why homie was hungry there. You know what I'm saying? Let me cue up this next one then to Brigid again. Thanks for putting the timestamps on these things because it makes it so much easier.
The crazy shit about the whole orb thing, like yeah, it could be a bug or it could be something, but Bobby, myself, my nephew, and the old press murderers had went to this place out here called Gypsy's Graveyard. It's like I think I shared it with you, Brigid. It's like an old haunted. Supposedly, like back in the day, there's gypsies that fucking whatever, take children and do all this weird shit. There's this graveyard, and behind the graveyard, the actual cemetery is where the gypsies supposedly were buried. But we went there, and we back in the day had like the digital camera, with the memory card and shit. And we took like hella pictures and try to get shit, But like we seen orbs too. But like when we zoomed in, like on the orbs, you could see like faces in these orbs. Like it was weird. Like I don't know, it might have just been the way the light was refracting. I'm not gonna say that, but like there was multiple ones. It was like, all right, well, we seen it in this one. We're seeing this one. Like, is it really just the light shit, or is it? But it was crazy, and shit like that is like we were just talking about while we were watching you. Be like, we should go back there and just nowadays and fucking go check it out and see.
Brigid, I'm gonna play this one then here too. So you said this is the more exciting one. Then it's got a little bit more. You think?
So these kids went live. They seem like teenagers or something, but they went live. And the video is quite long. I did watch the whole video. It's pretty entertaining, but watch it in your own time. The timestamps I gave you is when the cool shit happens. You can definitely hear a scream. They stay at the bottom of the steps. They don't go up. Like they're terrified.
All right, cool. So this video really, if I play it from like the first timestamp on here, I can kind of play it all the way through because it's really just the next.
It's like the end
So
of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll pause it. Like if you want me to pause it on times to talk through it. If not, we'll just go ahead and run this whole segment, and we can talk through it afterwards. But it looks like it's really like the last 2 minutes of it.
There's a part where she's like, he's not your husband, and then there's a pause, and then you hear something at the top of the hill scream. Like it sounds like a straight up woman screaming, and then a guy gets he's on the phone basically, and he drops his light and runs, and he basically acts as though something ran up on him, like he feels like something ran up on him, and then you hear this loud crack and somebody seems to have collapsed, and then he ends the stream. So it's like all this crazy shit kind of pops off in a few minutes. So
yeah, so this looks like it is like you have it tagged up basically like about the last 2 minutes of this video. So I think we should kind of just play it. And maybe just talk about some of the things on here, and then afterwards or whatever, because it is. I mean, instead of just jumping through, maybe we'll get the whole thing on here.
Cool.
Whoa, that's fucking crazy.
I was reading something for that.
Yeah, that's the part that that's crazy as hell.
I got a little story.
Abducted by people or abducted by abducted. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna get into that grisly or true crime stuff, we got some horrible abduction cases in Indiana. But, all right, I'm gonna run this video though. Yeah, I'm gonna run this this video though. Brigid, then go ahead and after we run this video, go ahead and give us some play on it. All right?
Yeah.
Don't think of us as bad. We're good people. We're here to help. We're not gonna send you off. We just want to talk. Hi. We come in peace. How are you?
To the witch?
Yeah.
There's 13 steps right there.
So
there's 13 now.
An orb
there
is
were
about
14.
to rise
Do what?
on the right of the grave.
Only-
There it is.
Is it okay if we come up?
All right, Bobby, you should pause it right
I
there.
just heard a whisper. There's someone talking up there.
I don't know why, but I just got a chill through my body.
I know, so did I.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I can hear you, Sagan, but yeah, so basically that orb there, it wasn't there, and then you see it rise up to the right and it hangs out there. He moves the camera a little bit, but I watched it a bunch of times, and that orb definitely rises.
I'm sorry. Bobby went to the bathroom and he was like to pause it. I was trying to like, oh shit, where would I go?
No, you're good. You're good, but you can see it right there.
Yeah, Brigid wanted to pause so
Right.
talk over.
Thank you. Yeah.
So carry on with this video.
Sure, go for it.
Right, okay. All right.
There you go.
Turn your light on.
Light on.
Hey, we come in peace. Yeah. My heart's beating really fast right now again.
I think that's, you can have that until you left last night. I think that's her saying no.
Come here.
She's probably saying get out.
Come here now, Ty.
You going up?
Come on,
Are you crazy?
Two more calls.
I know you're wanting to talk.
Right.
You know you can talk to me.
All right, bud. Okay. To you, I think that's not a very good idea for you to go up those stairs.
I want to go up there. Just the closer we get, it feels like I need to, like I want to.
Because
Just
she's
go.
going to you, David. She's talking to you right now. You need to stay here.
I don't know what I feel. I'm not scared, but I don't feel as if I'm harmed.
I feel like
As if
he's
I'm-
not yours. He's not your husband. Yeah, that's a good way to piss it off.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Was that
I
scream?
just want to say hi. Okay.
Yeah, that scream was definitely noticeable for sure.
I'm with Alex on this. Like, nope.
I'm just let them do that.
That we just heard? I just got really pissed off. She's already fucking gotten me.
What does that mean?
Was that the scream?
No, don't come yelling at me. I didn't do nothing.
What?
What was that?
Did I miss something?
Something sounded like
Are
it
you
like
sure?
throat.
What the fuck?
He dropped his light.
Now, hey, I
Okay.
You come out of the fence, so I'm gonna pick up that light. Don't come in front of me like that again.
I don't get what the fuck's going on
Don't come
here.
in my face.
Is this for real?
Don't come in. I know you're mad. I can feel my heart.
I don't see any.
I'm not mad, and neither is she. We realize what happened.
I wish I kind of knew. What the?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna sign offline. I'm gonna go.
What the fuck happened in the end there like that?
I know. I asked too in the comments. I was like, "What happened to your friend? Hope they're okay." They didn't answer.
That one was funny.
That person was
They're all
down.
just
That shit-
fighting. They're all just fighting the whole time. That shit was fun.
That was Ghost Adventures style though. They felt it, but I don't like feeling drawn to something. I've definitely felt that in areas though then too. So I can see them thinking that is that the 13 steps right there?
Yeah.
They say there were 14 at first.
Yeah, because it changes from person to person. Like
I love that.
apparently from person to person and from day to night, the number of steps changes depending on who goes up them.
14 or 13?
14, 13, 12 people get different numbers, but we all mostly you call it 13 steps, but there's people that say that they've counted at night and it's 12, and then that guy said 14. You know what I mean? That's like a whole big thing. Like everybody counts different, and then there's some people that just say it's all bullshit. You know?
That's
yeah,
really
that scream was definitely noticeable in that spot for sure. And you know,
Mhm.
I mean, I know go with Mike Kohl. It could be anybody screaming on the other side of that shit for sure.
But like the
definitely
videos don't even show, like, a lot of the testimonies that I put in the video that I made, the handwritten ones, like they talk about seeing a ghost house, like they talk about a dog chasing them, and like being real creeped out by this ghost dog. Like there's all kinds of weird stories. I just sent in like the best ones kind of, but I did some research and there's a lot going on, and it would be fresh to go check it out for real.
I definitely you have me super interested to go out there and check it out. I want to go check it out. You're not too far away from us either, so we should make it a TeamMUJ trip to go out there and check it out.
I'll send you guys the link to where it's at.
Hey, no running away.
No, you have to go to.
Stop running!
We're not gonna run.
No, I'm going.
Everybody else
Hey,
can run
I
away. This
think
is Jiggy.
no,
This is
because-
Jiggy's moment to This is Jiggy's moment to stand up and not run
To
away.
redeem myself? Hell yeah.
Go
Hey, no, check it out,
climb the
though,
steps
because,
and face the old lady.
Yeah.
You better
I'm
knock
the
her
old
ass
man.
out, bro.
All right.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
I wanna see you
Darby talking
swing.
shit about that. Hey, hold on. Darby actually reminded me. You know what I'm saying?
Darby.
Time to play the clip.
We got some people here who have probably not seen this video, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
play a video for you guys right now, and I need you guys
It's
to
tradition.
then make up your own mind here.
Don't
Is
listen
it
to
a
Darby.
cat?
Don't listen to
Don't
what
let
Darby
Darby
O'Trill says. The only thing you need to be listening to what Darby O'Trill says is go pre-order Garden available November 1st everywhere.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
that was the riddle he dropped. You know that, right? Were you there? When I was on
No, I
Mikey's
was there.
stream.
Yeah.
I was on Mike's stream. Darby was like, when the three are the same, it'll be yours to claim. 1, 1, 1. November 1st. So 3 ones in a row. Okay.
My birthday is November 2nd. If you guys want to do me a favor and for yourselves on my birthday, buy yourself Garden from Darby O'Trill. You know what I'm saying? Go leave 5-star comments on iTunes right now. And like I said, Matt, did you know?
And in the comments, let them
Android.
know. Let them know if it's a cat.
It's not a cat.
Hey, right now, but I'm gonna play this video.
Hey, if you're in the streams tonight and you have not pre-ordered,
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry.
hold on, and you have not pre-ordered Garden, right? If you're gonna pre-order Garden tonight, during or after this stream, you can pre-order it in your 5-star review. Put it is not a cat. All right. It's
Hell
not a
yeah.
cat.
That is terrifying.
So Darby knows. So
Or
we all
it is
know
a
what's
cat.
going on. It is not a cat.
All right,
It
listen.
is a cat.
You
But
got-
it is a cat.
It's not a cat.
Look,
Homie.
I know
Follow your
Darby's the
perception.
shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But don't let him sway you on this. Make up your own mind. Here goes the fucking video right now. Let's see what y'all think.
During a trip to the Smoky Mountains, we put a GoPro on the hood of our car to show the dark road up to our private cabin just outside of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. A year later, while going over the footage, this is what we found.
It's a fast ass cat, boy.
Cats are pretty fast though.
Shadow.
Yeah, I can't help it. I get that impression from the first time I watched it that it's a shadow again.
It kind of slithers.
Ummo said meow. Darby.
So I used to do.
Hey,
I
good
used-
night, Ummo.
Good night.
Love you. Hey, thank you, Sagan. Much love.
I used to do
Sagan,
these these paranormal reactions on Twitch back.
Hey,
in the
I'm
day.
sorry. Saigon just left because he didn't want to say whether it was a cat or a fucking ghost. No.
That's why I don't want to.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, he's got too much respect for us and Darby O'Trill to go against either of us, so he immediately left. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying it's definitely a cat, or not necessarily a cat, but it's a fucking animal. Because I used to do the same. I used to do the same thing on when I used to do
how
scary.
fast it moves,
Bro, animals are fast, bro. I used to
not
do
that fucking fast.
Scary. I used to do this show called Scary Sunday on Twitch. Every Sunday, I would do these paranormal reactions, kind of like
Okay,
this.
but look,
And my whole thing was like,
I gotta hear what Mike's saying.
they would be in abandoned buildings most of the time, right? I'm like, that's fucking rat. That's a rat. That's probably a rat. That's probably a rat too. Like, dude,
bro.
That's why rats are hard to kill, bro. Because
as much as we hail ratma around here, you know what I'm saying? It's not fucking. It's not. It couldn't have been a rat.
My thing
Humble Amongst Us, something that nobody said. The first time that it plays at regular speed, it moves too fast. My car is going fucking. My car's going 5 miles an hour down a road where to my right, it's a straight up a mountain, and to my left, where the tree line is, past that tree line is straight down a mountain. There's only one cabin on the one road that I'm at. If it was an animal, I feel like it would have made some noise. You know what I'm saying?
It would have clearly hear the car.
You could clearly hear my car running. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But when you play it in slow mo, when you slow it down the second time when you zoom in, it really does feel like a shadow again, which it reminded me of like when I first saw it, and I couldn't shake the idea that it was a shadow of some kind, like almost something.
And if it was a shadow, though, wouldn't the shadow be projected ahead of you, not coming towards you like that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
but it's also like its headlights, so it's like you're moving in its headlights. So I don't know. It's like I can't shake the idea that it might be a shadow of something. I don't know.
I also can't see a cat going towards the car like that. Maybe a bat. It looks more like a bat than a cat to me.
Cat, bat,
even then,
maybe a bat.
My whole thing on it, I'm not just saying this because it's my boy. You would have heard of the thump.
They had nowhere else to go. It's running right at the car, you know.
It goes like
an
animal car, though.
Hey, you wouldn't have heard it. You wouldn't have heard a thump if it was a bat.
You still would have
I
heard.
hit a bat when I was in Kentucky last year. It smacked right off my windshield.
You would have heard something. You would have heard a little thump. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have heard something.
Look, and then nothing like that happened the rest of the time I was out there. I didn't see a cat the rest of the time I was out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, the car was not made of catnip.
I don't know. But hey, like I said, I play it. I can't. It took me. I was deleting footage when I found that. It's not like I was out seeking for some shit, and I feel like that's when you actually find something and something like that. But really, like Darby says, I don't. It can't be a fucking cat because I would have killed it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see a fucking dead body Darby in my motherfucking parking lot the rest of the fucking 5 days that I was living in this cabin. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no cat. You know, so I don't know. But it's up to you guys. Like I said, Sagan humbly left so that he did not have to join the debate of what it was going to be.
I'm not going to say cat. I'm not going to say cat, but I'm going to say animal for sure.
Yeah.
Animal.
All right. Send him off the stream. No, I don't know, bro. Like, I've seen this for the past, 2 years? At least a year and a half, 2 years. And to me, like,
more and more, you see what it is.
Yeah, like the more I look at it, I don't see an animal because like in the slow motion you can see like some people, like Darby said, oh, that's the eye of the cat.
But one, and then you don't see the eyes again when they're coming at the car.
Yeah, you see one glowing light
one
coming
orb
out that tree.
Yeah, and if we're talking orbs, that's a fucking orb that comes off that tree.
And yeah, you see one. If it's an eye, you see the one glowing eye coming at a fucking car head on with the headlights on, with the brights on, I'm sure. So you see this fucking cat or whatever the fuck it is, the shadow, this fucking animal, this fucking
Clockwork Orange shit killed me.
You see it, and then it runs at you. Look, watch it again, man.
We're gonna play this video again. You guys can. This is fast speed now.
Hey, put it in slow speed, bro, so we can see that.
We're slowing it down. Look at that.
Look how fast that first time.
Look how fast that was. Look how fast that was. Get the fuck out.
Hey, watch the left.
Watch the slow speed now. Look at it come off of the tree.
Watch the order. Watch the
This one
light.
you don't see it as good. On the next one, you see the orb perfectly.
see
Look at
the
that shadow. Come on, look at that shit.
That's not a cat, bro. It goes off to like
You can
the
see
left.
the lightning bugs and stuff off to the side. Look, come off the tree. Look at that.
See the orb?
That's not on. That's like coming out of the tree.
And then watch. It disappears and then.
Look at that. Come on, bro.
Bro, that's not.
All right, hey, I don't think it's a cat. I don't think it's a cat, but I think it is some kind of animal.
You're true.
You just
Go
can't
to that
see it
fast
before.
speed again, though. It's so fucking fast.
Yeah, let me go back to this fucking
That's
just regular
super fast.
speed.
Like in normal speed. It's
You know what's
fast
funny?
as fuck,
I'm not,
bro.
you know what's funny?
Look at this.
It
This
looks
is
like
this is
it
dark
looks like
mode, regular speed. But look at this. This is regular speed with the light on. Look how fast that is. Bro, there's no fucking way. And now look for the orb. Look for the orb. Look at turning it into the orb and the shadow, and look how fast it is. I'm going like fucking 5 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? Maybe less than that. I'm going through a fucking narrow ass road. But watch it now that you know what you're looking for. Once it goes to the slow or the regular speed and the enhanced light, look at it turn into the orb and then turn into the fucking whatever the fuck it is. Watch, boom. Look how fucking fast that is.
Bro, there's no.
Am I
fucking
crazy,
way.
or do you see a little blip in the sky too?
That blip in the
I
sky
do,
is
dude.
You
that
see
blip
that?
in the sky is that's the mountain road above me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I can say about all these other stationary lights. You could see lightning bugs. You know what I'm saying? You can see, so you can tell that it's not a bug. You can see the light that's up on the top. This road's dark besides my lights or whatever. I like Humble Among pointed out, it's the speed. And when you see how in the enhanced light video at regular speed, how quick it manifests from an orb to a running shadow is faster than like it's as fast as light. You know what I'm saying? It goes so fast. Boom, boom, boom. It's that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see it unless you're looking for it. I'm gonna play it again. Here it is.
That
Right here.
shadow,
Look at
there
this.
isn't any
Boom.
flood rain.
Look how fast that is. And it hops up at my car. It doesn't go off to the side.
To me,
It jumps
to
up
me,
at the car.
It looks like it goes. And
Look
then
at
it looks like it goes to the left. A little
Boom.
bit.
Look how but up. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it would have got a hit.
I think it's a bat. I really, at this point, I feel like it's a bat.
Yeah,
No, bro, look at the order, bro. It's not a bat.
But why does it go to the ground? Bats don't run on the fucking ground, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shadow on the ground. Get out of here,
Bro, and the shadow disappears when it hits the shadow of your car. Watch.
Look at that fucking.
There's nothing there. There's no.
There's
solid
no
thing.
mass. Yeah, it doesn't land.
It
You would see the
disappears,
mass if it landed there.
And then it goes. Bro, there ain't no way.
Like I
That's
said,
a
I'm
bat.
not gonna. Obviously, I'm over here defending what it is because it piqued my
Darby,
fucking spot.
where you
You know
at?
what I'm saying? But
Yeah, it's a
when you look at it that way and you look at it in that the regular speed,
I think this is
like
a case of you gotta believe it, so it's coming. You know.
I fuck with that though too. Like, what is it, Arkham's razor or whatever? If it's plausible that it's fucking not, it's probably fucking not. But I need a physicist on here to say how fast that manifests from a light to running at my fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Somebody call Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson and have him look at my fucking video. You know what I'm saying?
It's also
if
not-
you look at Terrence Howard shit, he'll look at my shit.
It's
What if
also
it
moving.
What if it was a reflective bug from one angle, but then at another angle you're just seeing shadows of like.
Again, I'm not a physicist, but I feel like if your light is projecting that way, then your shadows pass like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be moving that way, not moving. You know,
It could
like,
be a bug and
am-
it's a perspective
I am-
thing, though.
I
I know
am
what
a-
you mean, Bridget.
I am a physicist.
This is a nice ass. It was a good ass GoPro shooting in 4K. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Michael is a physicist. Explain yourself, sir.
No, I'm bro,
No, I heard you say it. Don't.
I know,
backtrack
but I
it.
dropped out of physics, bro. So
That's fine, but explain yourself.
No, but
Because-
I'm not. I know very little about physics.
It's a night bird.
But
Darby, you're a night bird.
you did say it's moving practically at the speed of light. No, it's not, bro. Because it wouldn't be on camera if it was moving.
No, bro, I'm not. I didn't say like, hey, bro, don't physics me. I'm just saying, bro, like it's moving so fast. Is all I'm saying. It's moving fast as fuck. It's moving faster than a fucking a bat or a motherfucking cat or a rat or a fucking gnat or a fucking.
I don't know, man.
Whatever the fuck.
Some of those animals are really fast, bro.
Dog, but that's
I agree.
hey, and then what? It could then in that fast time, it was like, oh, I better not run into this car. You know what I'm saying? I better not make any noise at all. I better not like if it's a cat. Cats meow all the fucking time. This
I don't
bitch
think
ass
it's a
cat
cat.
didn't fucking.
I don't think it's a cat.
Wait, you think it'd run past and meow at you?
Yes, dog. Hey, if it was a
I don't
cat
think
and it didn't run past and meow at me, what kind of
Better
cat is
not
that?
just
You know what I'm saying? What kind of better meow? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's a cat, but I think it's an animal because
You don't hear no thump when it hits.
also,
The,
that'd be a weird ass place for a cat. Not that saying that cats don't live out in the middle of the woods. But...
Dog, look, I'm telling you, if you gave me a little extra time, I could tell you exactly what mountain it is. But for real, like it was like layered up, bro. It was like whoever fucking owns this face of the mountain just has like a fucking Airbnb here and Airbnb here and Airbnb here, and it's just like layered up the fucking tops of the fucking mountain. There's one-way road to where my cabin was. I could see that light that we could see in there. I could see that from like the back of where my cabin was or whatever. Like there was nobody else on the roads or whatever. Past that tree line, it was like a fucking 600-foot drop down to the next fucking cabin. You know?
Its shape looks like a velociraptor, like a little mini.
That's what didn't I say that? I said that earlier. That I was like, "Yo, it's got like a tail of like a fucking dinosaur type shit or whatever." You know what I'm saying? Like
Bat, cat, rat, gnat, or velociraptor.
No, it's a velociraptor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'll at least go with it was a velociraptor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never in my life have I seen a velociraptor, and there it is. We saw the motherfucking velociraptor in the mountains.
Every single time that you played it, I was like staring right at the screen, like hella close, and the whole time I'm like, that looks like a little dinosaur.
Like, it's a raptor, bro.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe dinos were big in fucking Tennessee in those mountains back in the day, and we saw remnants of it. It was I think it was like a cryptid. Some type of shit, you know what I'm saying? We've talked about Bigfoot a lot on here being an interdimensional creature. We talked about aliens being interdimensional creatures. That right there, to me, is some kind of interdimensional creature that manifests itself. You see it manifest itself from a bright white light. You don't see those. You don't see two eyes. You don't see when they're running at me. Anytime a cat has been in the road or a dog or any kind of animal has been in the road, I'd see their eyes both when I'm going at them and mowing them down. This time there was none of that. You know,
what I don't question a lot, like I question everything else of like, well, that could probably be fake and that could be fucking rigged and all this stuff. What I really fucking am very open to is fucking like creatures that have not been proven existing in the world. You know, like Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, all this shit, and then other ones that aren't even like named. Like,
that was Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. I think there's some crazy shit out there that we haven't found.
They call it the Chupacabra in Tennessee though, and it's actually the Cachabra. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's wrong. That's wrong though. Chupacabra.
Yeah, well, you know how they do it in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny though? I saw this video the other day where they were like, this dude was all like, "Hey, what the fuck happened to Chupacabra?"
Yeah, because
like,
it was
just
heard
like
about
a
couple of spats of it. They definitely like stopped.
Yeah, like there used to be people like having their what did he drink goat's blood?
Exactly. A lot of goats. Farm animals in general.
It just stopped.
Chupacabra has been one of those ones that we maybe we've
Choopy's real, bro.
Yeah, it's no longer hitting anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he says Chris Philly because he lives up in the Upper. He says they got Chupacabras up in the Upper Peninsula.
Choopy is real. I've been in Puerto Rico, and I've seen Choopy in El Yunque in the rainforest.
You know what's a trip to me is that like Mexican and Filipino cultures both share a lot of the same fucking folklore, which is fucking weird.
Kind of similar to you,
like duendes. You know what duendes are?
Yeah.
Like hella Mexicans believe in that. Hella Filipinos believe in that. That's just fucking weird.
That's why my aunt.
Yeah, I really wonder what the connection is on that because being so far away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why is my camera doing that?
I don't know.
What's it doing?
Weird.
Ghosts.
El Chupacabra. Oh, damn!
They got Brigid.
Oh no, Brigid, bro.
Hamlaman. Man, it's really been cool that you've been on here tonight, and you know, I thank you especially. You know what I'm saying? Having a long day and still fucking making time. toward us. You know what I'm saying? It really goes
man. I like I
with a lot of
said, like
appreciation.
I
for
really
sure.
like talking this weird shit. So it's been a pleasure to just chill and like it's honestly like been nice to just unwind because it's been like I said, it's been a long day. So it's a nice way to cap off the day for sure.
I know earlier you were talking about some stuff. Do you want to talk about some stuff? Man?
Well, I really I just wanted to like lightly touch on like, you know, we talked about higher and lower beings earlier, and you know, the idea that these things might not be traditional aliens, like they're from another planet. Like some of the more, I guess, more modern theories about like what they might be is really like higher dimensional beings or interdimensional beings, whatever you want to call it, or us from the future. Or an even trippier idea that I heard about where they're us from the past and the future at the same time, which is just some mind-bendingly weird shit. That's just like very hard to explain. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I think is going on with why they're like showing themselves a little bit more, why there's been more sightings over the past 70 years, why the government's interested in it. And I really think that's because of nuclear technology. It's pretty obvious that they're attracted to nukes. A lot of the first crashes or crash retrievals are like in the same general area, the White Sands testing grounds, where some of the first nukes ever on this planet were lit off. And Roswell happens coincidentally next to an Air Force base that is the Air Force base that dropped the nukes on Japan. Just weird coincidences like that. There's this case.
Do you think that's why Japan has a lot of the paranormal shit going on? Like I hear a lot of Japanese stories about.
Well, with Fukushima, even there's lots of UFOs after the Fukushima.
You know what, Humble? You know what I've heard? I've heard
harness geothermal energy.
This is relevant to this is something that I've heard that they are, because for every action that we have on Earth, there's another reaction elsewhere. And I've heard that possibly like the nuclear bombs that we've lit off have effectively like fucked up other planets and like
or even like fucked up other dimensions or aspects of other dimensions.
There
you know what I mean? Like
yeah, like
so
there's some sort
if
of
they are
like
if they're like interdimensional and they're like essentially living on top of us, like we're sharing the same space in a way, the fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, whatever you want to call it, beings, then they might be wanting to show themselves like, hey, like we are watching you, the stuff you're doing has other consequences that you might not even understand. Or it could just be as simple as, oh shit, these dummies got a really powerful weapon, and we should maybe like do something about that, because there's the idea that they can control.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a. So, I mean, like you said, like revealing themselves more,
showing themselves more at least.
Showing themselves. But also, do you think a lot of that shit, like especially with technology, could be like AI bullshit? You know what I'm saying?
Like the like the actual craft is AI.
Yeah, the actual craft. Like
there's the idea that they might be drones or.
I mean, look at the whole shit we did with the shotgun killer. Bobby put some prompts in. Boom, we had a fucking short film. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean like some of the videos, like they might be AI?
I mean, yeah. I mean, any other thing, because like, I've you know, like I scroll Instagram with reels and TikTok for like, I felt like a lot of these paranormal shits and just fucking scroll through them.
Well, that's the thing. AI is going to make it really harder and harder as we go further into the future, and it gets better. We're going to question all of reality.
I've seen and I've seen like, there was this one where like this little boy and his sister or whatever, and his dad's on his dirt road, and she's like behind his garden and shit. And he's like, Dad, you know, I don't remember what the girl's name is, but he said whatever. Little Susie's over there, and like you see like this long, weird, skinny arm, and like a shadowy figure behind it. And he's like, hey, come here. And as soon as he says that, like, it disappears behind the fucking tree.
Oh, I see that video.
And the little girl comes running up. And he's like, and then the dad goes down there with his hand. You know, hey, what the hell was that? Like, what was that back? Like, you know what I'm saying though? Like, how much of it do you think is real? Shut up, Siri.
I mean, it's. I mean, as far as like social media stuff, it's tough to say. What I'm talking about more is like, what I'm talking more about is like actual, like the Maelstrom thing that I'm talking about. That's a nuclear base that has like, like a lot, like a lot of very heavy artillery. And in this, and was it? I think it's March 16, 1967. There was an incident where multiple UFOs were sighted over this very sensitive airspace, probably probably the most sensitive airspace in all of America at the time. And it starts shutting down the missiles one by one. All the missiles start going off. I've heard of this. Yeah. That's a real thing. That's just like something that actually happened. You can like look it up. It's like a real thing that happened. I think there's a reason they're interested in those things for whatever reason. Even if it's like I was saying, just as simple as you would want to know what your enemy has capabilities of, even if it is like from another country, if it's a Russian technology, a Chinese technology wanting to keep tabs on us, if it's just that simple. I don't think it is. I think it's something that we can't even comprehend, and we've been trying to crack it for 70 years because with modern, the way they're talking about this shit now, they don't even say UFO crashes anymore. You know what they're calling them? They're calling them donations.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. What the meaning they really think that they're being left on purpose in a lot of cases.
All right, so like
that's
what really, is this? What is this? What is this? This like what's it called now? Like the Immaculate Constellation, where they're like basically they're taking this tech that they're finding now and now
that's the alleged official name of the program, the crash retrieval program.
So that's what it is. Then that's what it is. Where they're just taking that now and reversing like, but that isn't like the concept. Then that you're saying is that they're basically now finding this stuff and now being able to turn it into for years.
And that's the other thing. Like, so some of the things in the skies might be, you know, interdimensional beings. Some of them might be actual reproduced technology that we've cracked the code on. Because I do think that we've probably replicated a couple of things. But I think, here's the thing. I think the ones that hurt people, like, because do you know about the Brazilian UFO wave where a lot of people just straight up died from heavy radiation poisoning after seeing them? Yeah. I think a lot of that is, that's us. That's our tech that's not perfect because we've tried so hard to make it like they make it, but we just can't crack the code all the way. So our shit's all fucked up and janky and being tested on real humans and fucking them up with radiation,
crashing and fucking people up. Yeah,
that's just that's just what I think with the shit. But all right. So there's also the idea they might be hurting us on purpose. Because if you look at some of those Brazilian stories, they're fucking disturbing.
They're
like,
creepy.
Well, I've always looked at it as like a farming incident, like and that's the reason why they stop us from completely annihilating ourselves, because they need the planet, they need us. They've been doing tests on us forever. They've been exchanging, abducting us for technology. You know what I'm saying?
Think of it like this. Think of it like you're a zookeeper, right? And you have a monkey who has some matches and gasoline that you catch playing with.
Oh yeah.
What would you do? Maybe would you maybe, I don't know, try to get those matches and gasoline out of the hands of the monkey, just to really simplify it. And I think that's an element of it. I really think this is really going to get. This is like me putting my beliefs out there really hard, but I truly believe that this planet has come to the brink of destruction from nuclear war several times, and that they've stepped in and just been like, nah, you ain't doing that, dummies. You just ain't doing that. Sorry. I think it's happened several times. I think that's the whole reason this planet is still, humans are still on this planet.
Yeah,
I think they've made the decision to keep that going.
No, seriously, how have we survived this long? Like, just looking at the state of things, it's crazy.
I just think about how stupid humans are. We would have done it. We would have done it. We probably have tried to do it.
Yeah, this right here maybe a whole nother episode. But like Whoop posted, the aliens are in the water.
I think there's definitely bases in the water.
Yeah, Mom says he saw the Tic Tac. That Tic Tac was going under water. You know what I'm saying?
So,
like skimming
thing
water.
too, like,
you know,
there's the idea that there's bases.
We know more about. We know more about as humanity, as Americans, whatever humanity. We know more. We know more about space than we do
about our oceans, which is like
Right.
that doesn't even make sense. That's always been a red
It
flag
doesn't.
to me.
And if you can send this crush-proof shuttle into a fucking, non-gravity atmosphere or whatever, these super horrible terrains and these other planets.
James Cameron. He's
But
done
you
it.
can't-
Man, there's been like
but you can't- but you can't
17
say, like-
times throughout this episode where I could have referenced the fucking South Park episode. South
But I
Park
mean,
stays
I'm just
on
saying,
it.
like,
Holy
but
shit.
you can't
They be
send.
telling the truth on there.
They stay on it, dog. Straight up.
You can't send certain shit to certain depths of the oceans because of the pressure.
Pressure, whatever, yeah.
Man, I do not
Like,
fuck
dude,
with the ocean. No way.
Dude, I legit have thalassophobia. Like, listen, there's a time, my aunt and my uncle, I mean, they're separated, they're divorced now, whatever, but they used to live in Hawaii. So when I was in high school, went out to Hawaii with my parents, whatever, went to visit my aunt and uncle, and my uncle's like, my uncle out there, Filipino, straight Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, bruh.
He worked at a spot that, like, he would make surfboards, paddle boards, all that shit. So he was like, "Hey Chris, hey nephew, come on, let's go." I was like, "Nah, like I ain't about that." He was like, "No, come on, let's go. Just paddle will be fine." So I'm like, "All right." So I'm paddling. I'm laying like chest and belly on the board, and I'm just paddling. Just going out there. We're not surfing. We're just paddling out there. And we're talking the whole time, so I'm distracted. Next thing, I turn around and I can't see the beach behind me. I can't see. BobeBlaze looks like this. He looks like this too. Little fucking like. And I was like,
ocean?
In the ocean. And I was like, oh, like I need to go back. Like I'm terrified. Like to me, that's always been like.
Yeah, but Hawaii waters are clear, dude. I love it. Out
They
there.
are. But like, no, but check this out. Like, we're out there, whatever, on a vacation. So we went on a submarine tour. I had on like an old school like Echo shirt. You know what I'm saying? They had like all kinds of different colors. So we went on a submarine tour, and they give you a card. And the further you go down,
you start losing the colors.
You start losing the colors because of the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no sunlight the further you go down. So we're on a submarine, and my shirt went from, had the reds and fucking blue, whatever, to nothing. It looked like a plain gray white t-shirt because we were so far down. And like when you're in the submarines, you can see like planes and fucking sunk boats and fucking, you see the stingrays and turtles and all that shit. We went to Pearl Harbor, all that shit too, but like just seeing that shit, like, like it's crazy because you don't know what the fuck is down there, man. Like, I mean, like Bobby was saying, oh, James Cameron for the whole fucking Titanic shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he took their shit down there. Cameron, whatever. They went down there and did their shit.
Yeah, but that's like way down there.
It is. It's way different. but in the same thing, like, okay, so if I'm only going down 150 feet and every color on my shirt is gone, I mean, I can still see like.
And you say, imagine being in the pitch fucking darkness
and
with no fucking color, no fucking nothing.
You have no idea.
Bioluminescence.
The darkness of space. The space is fake. The ocean's real, goddammit.
Because my Kohl was like, oh, Hawaii's got blue water. Yeah, all right, motherfucker.
No,
What's
hold on.
What the
sorry.
You reach
what's 20 feet
2,000
underneath?
leagues,
What the fuck you can see though?
What, Brigid?
to fucking see.
I turned
Giant-
around.
like I think
there's
about
nothing.
like giant squids and octopi. Them shits are aliens, bro. Dolphins,
Yeah.
man. Like all of those fucking creatures, they're so smart. There's no way. There's not.
Yo,
like,
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
think
some
like
kind of
the
crazy
the
intelligent
the
life
aliens from Independence Day. Those are definitely off of some fucking giant squid in the ocean and shit. Like more of that's just based off of things that you see in the ocean than things from outer space. We never
Yeah,
seen
that's
that
what
in
I'm
outer
saying,
space. Because space is fake and the ocean is real as fuck. I mean, we just don't.
We've explored
like-
more of a fake
We're exploring the wrong
space.
There's just
realm.
some things
Then
we
we
as
have
humans
a
aren't
real
meant to
ocean.
see.
All right. So on to the cryptid shit. All right. So it's talking about the ocean. Cryptid shit.
I have mixed feelings about the whole fake space.
Kraken.
What are your feelings about
Kraken.
fake space? Then? Hold on. Before we leave the fake
Kraken's
spaces,
got
yeah.
feelings?
Yeah, Preston's got feelings.
I have family that's worked the Apollo missions. Now, I have documentation at home. Now, people can say that, people can fake documentation and whatnot. And I can understand that people can say that, the moon landing's fake. Who's to say that maybe they filmed that because technology that they didn't have could suffice enough to reach the moon.
Yeah, that's
But then
another.
again,
That's another
whole
one.
other-
That
the whole-
is another theory.
That
They
whole
had
thing.
Kubrick shoot the fucking recreate the moon landing because they couldn't really shoot that shit out there, and they couldn't get the film back from outer
the
space.
canisters would have been erased or whatever. Is the
through the radiation or
That was
whatnot.
another thing.
But Prez was
because-
telling me about that too. And bro, you gotta take some pictures of that, post on the gram or on Twitter or some shit. Prez says he's got like the old school shit, like the fucking documents of his family working on the motherfucking on these NASA missions or whatever. And again, the big lie is including everybody involved, but it's like it's crazy as fuck to think that it would have to be that far, that deep, that everybody like, look, dog, I could lie to a whole room of motherfuckers and probably convince them, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure some NASA ass motherfuckers who are giving you fucking $30,000 in 1967 would give you fucking,
You know what I mean? If it's all compartmentalized work, you really could be thinking you're working on the moon landing, but you're really just working towards a fake goal. Like, say they did fake the moon landing, Mike. I wanted to ask you this earlier. Do you think they actually shot them up in the air in the rockets, or they weren't even on the rockets?
I don't think so, but if they did, they didn't go into space. I don't
Yeah, that like the rocket returned. They were returned in some other way somehow. Yeah. So so that's what I think. If they faked the moon landing too, I think they definitely shot them up there. But how the fuck did they get them back down? Like, were they just floating around in the atmosphere until it was time to re-enter?
But that's the thing, right? It's like nobody even now is going into actual space, right? They're just going into
the space
right?
station or whatever.
But look at
They're
like
all the satellites are just so far up there. I mean, they're just farther than the fucking planes go, right? They're just like
that theory about they would have to get so many people to be part of this lie that all worked on it. But it's like, bro, what do you think they do with cancer research and AIDS and all this stuff like that, bro? Money's in the cure.
Hard. It ain't hard.
Money's in
dark.
Money's in the cure. I mean, money's in the
treatment.
In the treatment, not the cure. And they keep these you know how many people probably work on that shit who are just like going along with the ride for money? Tons.
Well, that's why that's
you
why
they don't have
it's not necessarily hard to believe. Like I said, I could lie to a room of people right now.
Lie
to people in fucking in the 60s. It was a lot easier to lie to people in the fucking 60s and 50s than it was, now. All the way up to the 80s, it was still easy to lie to people than it is now, like people were still dumb as fuck then. So I guess you could get that past them, like I do see that getting it past them. I do think that it is possible, whatever. I just don't I don't know. Like I feel like at this point now we would have figured it out. Like those guys from Red Bull jump out of the fucking stratosphere all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't they have been like, hey, I know Red Bull's got good money or whatever, but these motherfuckers they jump out of the stratosphere when they see some shit fucking who's the guy at Virgin Records? You know,
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, hasn't he flown to at least this, like, because we really can't fly out of this, right? We can't fly out of. We've never flown people out of
the Van Allen radiation belt or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And we've never flown people out of Earth's rotation, right? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's ever got out of, you know, where we launch satellites up to anymore. So like when you guys talk about the moon landing being fake, it does seem weird that like, wouldn't there be more times where like, or would they just not tell us that they're just like sacrificing people and launching them up as far as they can? Because I know they definitely did that back in the day or whatever, you know, like during the space race, you know, several cosmonauts, you know, served the fucking, you know, the fucking went up there and fucking sacrificed.
I think a lot of the missing people that go around missing in the world are due to like different
sent them up into space. You know,
not just space, but like all these crazy experiments. Not all the people that go missing in the world, but I think a big chunk of them are taken by their fucking
like on some missing 411 shit.
Yeah, like
you know, that missing 411 shit fucks with me heavily. But like a lot of times I take it to the missing 411, it takes it to a lot of this where I like all of the fake space or all of this or it could be a simulation. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not drift away from the fact though.
And it could
Who
be
the fuck was holding that camera on the moon?
Didn't they? I don't know. There's a whole thing where they say that they were trained to do all these things or whatever. And
I think it's supposed to be mounted to the craft or something. I think was the idea.
But it just
like
it just
shot of him jumping down.
That's bullshit.
But it just like I mean, if they again, no, they can't do that shit now. They wouldn't have done it then or whatever. But then, you know, like Prez is saying, even though he has these family documents that are going to be family heirlooms at some point, you know, throughout the future, he's still even saying that it's possible that, you know, they had to recreate this footage then here back on Earth, you know what I'm saying? Because they definitely went. But then, like, when you look at it that way, you're like, oh, but like, again, you know, I said it to begin the argument, why would they have a need to go back? But like, wouldn't it be like a cool flex to go back then if they could go back? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Like Brigid space cloud.
Yeah, wouldn't somebody by now, like wouldn't Apple by now have had paid somebody to land on the moon and shoot a video with their fucking iPhone?
Or
you know what I'm saying? Like
if it was possible. Power on there.
Like,
Elon Musk coverage up in this bitch now. What?
Elon Musk shot that car up into space, and it was clearly fake as fuck when he shot the car up into space. You know, like that was clearly fake as fuck. So is that always fake? You know, but
I've seen documentaries where they question
look, it came back.
Photos.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence that they've like airbrushed photos on the moon. And
what do you
stuff.
think of
Well,
Mars rover?
Not only the moon, but also like other planets. Like there's a lot of people that say that any picture that is supposedly a photo that's taken from outer space of planets, of the Earth, and all that is just bogus. It's just fucking.
Yeah, it's like a render of something else. Yeah, that's what I hear them too. Just kind of like a render of.
Well, they found pictures of like, you know, like those pictures that are taken by the rover on Mars. They found actual photos of like places in the Middle East that are just look exactly the same. Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. What do you think about the Mars rover?
You got that in there. You got that in Arizona.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's
So,
sketchy.
I mean,
it's sketchy to say the
I mean
least.
that they used. I think it was Arizona that they used
to
practice the Mars rover for, because they have almost the exact same soil as the moon or Mars.
And now they're sending these pictures back, and Mars ain't even fucking red anymore. What did they is Mars re-terraforming?
I don't know. That could be a greenhouse gas is reflecting out from Mars.
You know what though? I really hope I'm completely wrong about everything, and they go to a planet one day, and I get to see that.
But it all like Mike, it is all
go to a planet.
On all the sides of it, they definitely twisted in all ways. Like I get,
When
I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to the moon or whatever. I wanted to see space. I still would love to fly into space. How cool would that be to see this giant, big ass fucking planet that we live on? if that's real, how dope would that be? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I hope I'm fucking wrong. I don't want to be right.
Almost all month, every night you go out there and see this moon and just think about how cool it would be. How dope is it in the morning? When you can see the sun coming up and the moon's still there, and you feel like you're in some fucking Star Wars or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Seeing these two fucking giant fucking celestial things.
And now we got to deal with two moons.
That's why people say, I want to still see that motherfucker if that's out there.
I heard that you can't see.
I don't think you can see it.
Telescope.
Okay. See, just even like the Aurora Borealis that's been
what I want to
ruining
see.
your kitchen all night, centralized in this time of area, this time of season, and all that type of
Hell yeah,
even though that's happening right now, and it's like,
is that because of the thing?
Like what is,
or is there something else involved?
I don't know. Like, I think in this episode, really, it's what we've realized is that it's the big lie. You know what I'm saying? That like there is no way to decipher the truth, and we may never know, you know what I'm saying, because of that. Because
nothing is true.
We've been fed lies so many times throughout all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything since we were kids and told Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and all this shit, dinosaurs and fucking and space and shit have all been taught to us when we were age to convince us of these things, and then have to never really explain it as we get older. And usually when you explain it, it does kind of fall apart because nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything.
Fair enough. But that's the best part about it is that, we try to figure it out here together. Tonight's been super fresh, having us all talk about different things. And really, I think for sure, Mike, it's like Monster Squad tonight, you know what I'm saying? Mike Kohl's definitely super gang. He's the skeptic of the fucking TV show that we're gonna have together. It's we're the lone gunmen out there, and we're like, we just totally feed it up, and then Mike Kohl's like, well, scientifically.
Well, I think that's the fun thing about talking about this stuff is sharing different ideas of it and like your different perceptions or how you see it. Like, I think that's what's so fucking dope about talking about this weird shit.
Legit is probably like one of my favorite times when we do shit like this, man. We have like the panel that we do because everybody does have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is in their own way picturing how this whole fucking universe or whatever.
Yeah, we really get to know each other better by talking about these types of things. And it does. I really enjoy it. Like, that's why we have these panels, because we definitely enjoy talking to you guys and then talking and taking it to this level.
Another thing, though, is never like, yo, fuck you because you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
exactly.
Okay, maybe you open my eyes to something. Maybe,
okay. Yeah, all night tonight I've been back and forth between as I'm saying something, I'm like, well, maybe that could be right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
actually,
let me look deeper into this. Yeah. What Mike's saying. Let me look deeper in what Humble's saying, or what Brigid. You know what I'm saying?
The two things I'm gonna get really, really, really heated about in an argument
is Roman Reigns,
music, and wrestling, bro. Wrestling, bro. You ain't want to see me on wrestling, bro.
Hey, Jimmy Uso.
Oh man, we gotta start doing some wrestling coverage.
I want that shirt.
Definitely got to do some wrestling shit after that, but
some dude
really like this being another episode of The Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. We've done it just solidly. Last time we had some cool stories from your brother and stuff. To have Sagan come on here tonight, and talk about
shout out UMMO, man.
What's really crazy about the UMMO situation is that like here in the United States or whatever, it's something that like you really wouldn't have no idea about, but it was this huge fucking thing that lasted for a really long time between like really was heavily in Spain and France then too. Yeah. So meeting Sagan and knowing the story, I wouldn't have really known the story until we found out who Sagan UMMO was and the whole UMMO family or whatever, and their lore is dope as fuck because of that. And thank you, Sagan, for coming on here and spending time. I mean, for real, how fresh it is to have internet, like, you know, really
honored. We're honored.
We knew instantly when Sagan was on the show last time and he said, "Oh, you mean the show with Brigid Bites and Humble Among?" And then Brigid Bites and Humble Among killed it with the UMMOs at the motherfucking gathering of the Juggalos. I thought that was just you know, so
Shout
cool
out
that
to
you guys
UMMO once again for like letting us do that shit. That shit.
Yeah,
is so fucking
big
fresh.
shout out to those guys.
Again, man, to us, it was so crazy when we had him on here and we were talking about the show.
Yeah, knowing that he watched
and he was
the
like,
show at all.
he was like, "Oh yeah, with Brigid and Humble Among." I was like,
even if he watched the shows the night before prepping to come onto the show, it was still cool as fuck.
Right after he said that, I think we went to like a video, and me and Bobby and Prez were like, "Yo,
pretty cool.
Sagan watches our shit, bro. Like he knows that Humble and Brigid are on our shit. You know what I'm saying?" But like it was
Like
just,
soundbite right there. He said Humble Among and fucking Brigid Bites. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty gas. You know?
it was just cool as fuck, man. And,
But Devin, come on here tonight and talk about it. I wish
for
we would
him-
have had more time
for
because it
him
was
just
fucking 3 o'clock in the morning when.
Yeah,
when
he
came on
just
tonight.
stayed up late to do this with us.
He's
That was
probably
fucking
tired
crazy.
as fuck. No, shout out to
Hey,
him for
listen.
pulling up for real.
when we were on live earlier, right before we did the show, I was like, "Yo," I even apologized to him. I was like, "Yo, Sagan, I'm sorry for having you on at, 3 o'clock." He's like, "I don't give a fuck," which was the dopest response ever. I don't give a fuck. And he hung out, bro. I mean, at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
If we're at 3:15 now. He hung out at least a solid 2.5 hours, man. So shout out to Sagan, man.
But with that too, man, I appreciate all y'all for real. Brigid,
Yeah,
you came
for real.
super
Brigid,
heavy
Humble,
with a
Mike.
project that, like, I mean, I don't know, like this show and the has obviously grown from what it was being the first time where we just like split it with the web show, and having you guys on has been cool as fuck. But you to like actually like do a little bowling video yourself was pretty fresh then too. So I dig it. And Mike Kohl definitely is Mike Kohl gang for sure coming back every fucking time now. This right here, look at the screen right here. This is the fucking lone gunman on some X-Files shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the fucking skeptic, we got an actual alien, we got a fucking Black Widow spider, and fucking TeamMUJ in this motherfucker. It's so fucking gas right now. This is the paranormal crew. You know what I'm saying? We're out there fucking. We're the fucking. We need to jump in a fucking mystery machine and go solve fucking mysteries. You know.
I personally think that we could do a dope as paranormal show, regardless of what the topic would be. I mean, or what we went out and did. I think this is a great group.
Yeah, it's just fun to do it too, like this, off to the side, because all of you guys, I appreciate.
If we could like all go to a location, that'd be fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be
real YouTuber shit. We're all gonna link up at a fucking.
We got straight up. We got to meet up at some location.
I had talks with
location. What?
No, I'm saying like Brigid had. Me and her were talking about her. She had me when I was at work like the other day. She was like, "Oh, Jiggy, I got this dope ass thing, blah blah." I was like, "Yo, just send it." I was like, "I don't even want to hear it because I want to be excited." I was like, I was like, "Send the video, send timestamps." I was like, "We'll make it work." You know what I'm saying? And it worked out dope as fuck.
I was putting it together, and I was so hype about everything that I was like coming across. I was like, "Man, this is so exciting! I can't wait to share all this shit."
For real. Hey, Brigid, we were texting back and forth for like what? Like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Like, she's like, she was like, "I want to tell you, but I don't." I was like, "No, don't." I was like, "Don't say no more." I was like, "I just want to."
That's how you keep it. That's how you keep it organic.
Because if I
listened to it, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to it before we came on the show. So
but I'm saying, like, when we were talking about it, I told her, I was like, "Yo, I like just send whatever you got, send it to Bobby, send timestamp, send it to this email, and we'll figure it out." And they came out dope as fuck. And I didn't want to know nothing about it because I didn't want to be like, "Yeah, we talked about this already." Like, "Oh yeah, this," you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be just a surprise.
I tried to give you just like the basic rundown of what I was bringing. I didn't show, like
Yeah,
I didn't show you everything.
You told me you had the videos, but I was like, yo, I don't want them.
Yeah, it was cool that she did the voiceover. I definitely need those Brigid Bite drops. I'll send you a little script of some things I need you to
I was
say for
gonna,
me.
I got you, man. Anytime.
Yeah. Hey, but for real, man, 100%. Much love, man. This was really dope. Again, I think this is the fourth time we've done it. It was. Oh shit! What was the spider?
What was that?
Ghost.
It was
Ghost.
Brigid Bites. Damn, we smacked the spider out. But for real, hey, yo, this 100% was dope. We will want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, I don't know. This is just a fun little gimmick to run every once in a while. But you guys are the shit, and I know, like,
Straight back to Mysterious, like March, April.
Right after Humble Among wins Trash Fire again?
Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck that. You're crazy. You think I'm going to subject myself to that again?
Yo, I don't know.
Yo, hey, but hey.
I heard.
That's
wait. I heard a certain song today that might just throw number.
Damn, I heard that too.
You heard it?
Really good.
You didn't hear it yet.
No,
I'm going to play it for you when we get out here.
But
I heard a certain song.
By the end of this month, I think you guys are going to hear about another event that maybe we could see Humble Among at. Would be Jolly Jam, you know what I'm saying? But
I don't know if we can make it this year. Emily's talking about going down south for Christmas. Wait, you're doing it early December though, right?
Like first,
December, yeah.
like it'll be the first or second week of December.
Oh man,
I'm gonna bust it down
we'll
right
see.
now.
I can't make any commitments right now, but we'll see.
No, for sure. But hey, man,
I understand, bro. That's why I'm trying to get it close to the holidays.
On this jug shit, man. Like I do want to say, you know what I'm saying? It is, it's jug holiday season or whatever. But having Mike Kohl, Brigid Bites, Humble Among, and Sagan on here tonight is some real motherfucking juggalo shit. I fucking love y'all. We're the reason when you can say family, we don't always agree with what each other says or whatever, but look, man, we can come here and have just like a good ass fucking conversation for fucking 3+ hours, man. And that's the shit. So much motherfucking love to you guys tonight.
I'm gonna throw out the preliminary date right now.
No, wait till after Halloween.
I'm just saying because I'm looking at. I try to figure out when I'm at the kid, it'll be the first December. The weekend of December 6th, 7th or 8th.
Oh yeah.
7th is Saturday, 6th is Friday, the 8th.
Well, let's show
so
the
6th, 7th, 8th.
Huh? That's the 6th. All right. Ooh.
Celebrate him. Hey, Friday, you take Jonas out. Saturday, we Jolly Jam.
Yeah, Saturday night, we're Jolly Jamming. Hey, much motherfucking love, though, for sure. We're going to let you guys get out of here before we close up. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here, man? Go ahead and run that shit. Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
I just didn't want to cut each other off. Hey, much love. I appreciate you guys. It was fucking hella fun. I fucking love this paranormal thing. I want to be on it again if I can, especially the serial killer part because I got a lot.
We already told you, man.
I got a lot of serial killer knowledge, bro. So
you're a part of the other
with Lone Gunman now.
Hell yeah, absolutely. But I appreciate it as always, man. Thank you guys so much. And
much love, Mike.
Much
love, Mike. Thank you for everything, brother. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, shout out Mike Kohl, the motherfucker.
So yeah,
Grand champion.
I'll tap in real quick. I just want to say thanks to always for having me on here and bringing me on. This shit is right up my alley. So I love talking about it, and I was stoked to be able to share this time around because I haven't really done so yet. So yeah, thanks for letting me nerd out on some ghost shit for a little bit, and hopefully we can plan a trip out there or something.
I love that
I'm
shit.
down.
I'm absolutely down. Yeah, thank you for all your contributions tonight. That was so fucking dope. We fucking love it.
Of course. I can't wait to fucking show y'all what I got coming up next. But yeah, nothing left to announce. I just love y'all so much, and I can't wait for Jolly Jam. That shit's gonna be tight.
Hell yeah, much love. Hell yeah, and the rest of a good weekend and spooky season. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
All right, Humble Among on all streaming gimmicks. I love you guys. Thanks for having me. Sorry if I was a little low energy. I'm trying to fucking trying to wake
Hey,
up
brother,
and chug like a whole
I've
thing of
been
coffee.
up at 24.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask you then too. So I bought a lot of these fucking clutch loops. Were they supposed to give these to you guys at Lost Lands?
Lost Lands, yeah, they did give us clutch loops. We were supposed to get them at the like redeemable gimmick because they didn't come in the pack.
Yeah.
Emily
Yeah.
redeemed hers. I never actually got mine.
These things are dope as fuck, bro. Like these
I
are like
like
some.
these.
I mean, I know there's not a big stealing phone things at the gathering
know
or whatever,
what's
but
crazy,
you might
dog?
kick somebody's head in and lose it. Your phone.
You know what's
So these
crazy,
are-
dog? There was
I like
rumors at Lost Lands that people were roaming the crowds with scissors trying to clip
cut
these
those?
things. Yeah, which is
That's
crazy because it's like pretty fucking sturdy material. Those like
Yeah,
it's like
seriously.
metal essentially. Like
Dog, I'm just gonna have like a burner phone attached to it and hope that somebody comes to clip it so I can fuck them up over some shit like that. Those things are crazy though. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you about those because I didn't know the
stealing is pretty wild out at these fucking places.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
seems like
realize
at those
the
big
phone stealing was a
festivals,
big thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cover that in the next Strange, Dark, and Mysterious.
All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. I love
Hey,
you
man,
guys.
thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you.
Love you too, man.
Thank you again, brother. Love you.
Until time.
Much love, bro. Yeah, man, we'll see you again. Much love, bro. Yo, everybody who take it with us tonight in the motherfucking chat. This has been exactly what we thought it would be. One of the
Super high.
biggest episodes of Strange, Dark, and Mysterious here. We had a motherfucking Sagan UMMO beam in all the way from Planet UMMO.
España.
You know, all the way here. We had motherfucking Humble Among, Brigid Bites, Mike Kohl. We talked a variety of things, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed every minute of it because I sure as fuck did.
It was hype. I can't wait to do it again, man. Right after the trash fire. So you guys figure, like Bobby was saying, March, right?
March? No, April.
April. March. April.
Probably
April. March.
But hey,
April.
man, I got a motherfucking pee. So I'm your boy, Bobby Blaze.
I'm your boy, Jiggy Fresh.
I'm Press Murderous.
This is motherfucking Strange, Dark, and Mysterious. And we'll see you on the next one. Yo.